Posada is the catcher.
Thank God Bill Burr's here to save the day. Thank fucking God. You have no idea what I've been dealing with.
Woke up out of a sleep picturing you in here flailing, going, how many times can I play these stupid things?
Because we all wrote Bill, and Bill's like, I can maybe make it at 7. So you know that I need help.
I know you need help.
So here you are at 6:30, like a true fucking friend. We're trying to get this fucking asshole right here, who's an MMA fighter. So let's watch out for him. Okay. Yeah, because me and Bill have anger issues, but we're not stupid.
Okay.
Right? You're not stupid with your anger.
Mixed martial arts.
Right.
That's the way to go.
But so he's a Yankee fan, so I go, name the lineup. He goes, So now we're down to just name 10 fucking Yankee players. He named the 3 most popular as a Yankee fan: Derek Jeter, A-Rod, and Matsui. And he went Girardi. Right. Who doesn't play?
You know, it's a bitch when the Yankees don't wear their names in the back of the shirts.
Stop it. That's because you're supposed to know who they are. No, that's why they do it. Like even when they go on the road, they don't have a name. Like I always like that sort of swagger. It's like you know who we are.
Of course. Well,
I'm a failure on that. I can't name the players. Let's. How
about a couple more?
The old timers, man. Everybody that I know.
Okay, name some old guys.
Bernie Williams. I could go back to Munson. You know.
Name one
Reggie
pitcher
Jackson.
on the Yankees.
Pettit. He's the one that won.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
And give us one more. Being a Yankee fan and all, of course.
Russell Johnson.
There you go, Russell Johnson. Thank you, Bill.
Let me say hi to John in Fresno. John, how are you?
Good evening.
Hey.
Hey, Bill, you are a funny son of a bitch. I gotta tell you that. I've seen your stand-up and stuff.
Thank you.
Hey, Opie, you gotta send Mars back to the engineering room. He fucking sucks. This show's coming to a halt.
He didn't even name all the players that are on the newspaper that was sitting in front of him.
Yeah, it's just...
It's right here. He didn't name all 3 of these people.
Mars, they don't like you on the show.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you like me.
Blithering idiot.
I don't like him in real life.
That's not true, Danny. You know you love me. Danny loves me.
Fucking out, guys.
All right. Thank you, Mars.
All right.
Hey, that means leave.
Okay.
That means leave.
Hit the brakes.
You want Mars to hang out, Bill? It's me and you today, so you make decisions.
Whatever. You want to stick around? You can.
Yeah, I want to stick around.
All right, let him just sit there.
That's right.
He's
Why got to be so nice? Beat it.
He's very quiet, so he won't be a bother. What were you asking?
Did you made it out last night?
Dude, I was the fucking guy who went, nice job, Bill, and you turned and went, thank you.
Oh,
Did you hear that guy?
That's what happened with that Chef Chris down in D.C.
Yeah.
Same thing.
No, Bill Burr had a great set. I was just complimenting you. You had a great set at Madison Square Garden. You walked right by me and my wife as you're leaving the stage.
Yeah, those guys had the flashlights and they were pointing back.
And I leaned in and I went, nice job, Bill. And you turned. I knew you didn't know who I was because it's dark and stuff. And you went, thank you.
You should have yelled, you suck. Bring on Dane. That's what you should say.
Dude,
then I would have looked.
You're fucking, now I want to talk about, because I talked in general. Your set was amazing. Robert Kelly was amazing. Gary Goldman had a really good set.
Yeah.
And then
Bobby's got a ton of new shit, man.
Bobby fucking did real well, man. And Mike Epps, not sure. Like, he had the crowd going, a lot of energy. I'm not sure about him. And he walked in like a rock star, man, because of Hangover and everything.
Was he in Hangover?
Yeah, he was in Hangover. So, I'm not saying he was bad, but he was just, I don't know. Am I getting myself in trouble?
No, you're going to get me in trouble, though, because you're going to start trying
I'm not saying he was bad. He had so much energy. I was on the edge of my seat listening to you and Bobby, really into what you guys were saying. It was just an energy.
Oh, I don't know. I gotta be honest with you.
It's hard to
explain. The green room is like 9 miles away.
Oh no, you guys don't.
Like when they intro you. But I mean, as far as I know, Mike Epps is hilarious. So.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really making my point well. But I want to get to you. The freaking Sarah McLachlan dog shit you were doing.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I get a lot of complaints about that. But it comes full circle because I didn't get a chance to go in as I end up rescuing a pit bull. So then I usually end up being able to beat out you know, because they rescued a Chihuahua.
Right,
that takes balls.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like, I rescued a pit bull, dude. I took it to the nth degree. You know, anything beyond a pit bull, I might as well rescue a fucking alligator.
It's some of the stuff you've talked about on the show, though, how, like, you know, some of us go down to shelters to get our dogs, and you explain it brilliantly. You don't know what's wrong with this dog and what problem it has as you bring it into your home.
No clue.
And you don't know what that one thing is going to be that sets off the dog.
And they just give you the dog. There's no background
check.
Right,
they don't tell you, like, don't fucking use a flashlight ever or whatever.
And they got a thing where they love animals so much that they want... First of all, the big thing down there is they'll never tell you it's a pit bull. They'll tell you it's a mix.
Right.
It's a mix.
Right,
that was what they said to my girl when we got our dog, because I was looking at it on Skype. I go, you got a pit bull? She goes, no, it's a mix. I'm like, mix with what? Another pit bull? That thing has been doing pull-ups since they came out of the womb. It's like Ivan Putski. It's like shredded, right? So I was down there when we were in the middle of our battle there, like, because I wanted to get, you know, a brand new dog, and she wanted to go get the rescue one. And when I went down there to look at this dog was a beautiful dog, but the dog was like looking like, I like bigger dogs, so this dog is looking like right through the back of my head, like it knows something about me. And he's like, oh, it's such a beautiful dog, blah, blah, but the thing's got this look on its face. So I finally say to the woman, I go, what's up with this dog? What's up with the dog? She goes, oh, he was chained to a pallet in a junkyard his entire life. And I go, does he have any issues? She goes, he's a little aggressive. And it's like, well, were you going to tell me that shit?
Right.
Or were you just going to let me drive home as that thing's sitting in the... That's the thing, is you're driving home with the dog.
And you just don't know what's going to make the thing snap. It's a brilliant observation.
Well, my dog... But I got to tell you, though, man, that it shouldn't make you not go out and rescue a dog, but they also... You know, the truth is somewhere in the middle, and the over-the-top ridiculousness of my bit. Somewhere in the middle of, like, the commercial. Because I only didn't have too much time, but I didn't really get into it. But when you look, the commercial is casted like a reality show. They have the cutest, fuzzy little, I just want to play Frisbee looking dogs. There's no pit bulls. There's no Rottweilers. There's none of them with, like, battery acid burns. And,
right.
You know.
They're just beat up enough.
Yeah.
To keep you watching.
Yeah, cute little fuzzy ones.
I mean, I don't even know how many people were at the Garden yesterday. It was fucking packed. It was ridiculous. And the reaction you got was amazing. And it's vicious material, but fucking you were getting major fucking laughs. And I was like, it was good to see. Because Dane's audience is not as edgy as probably your typical audience. So I was
jaded, I would say. No, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, wow, is the Dane Cook audience going to enjoy Bill Burr's material? And the answer today is absolutely. They loved it.
Well, he actually told me something that was brilliant. Like, I go, man, dude, how the fuck do you do this with people behind you, in front of you, all the way around? And he just goes, dude, it's 4 theaters. It's like there's a theater in front of you, there's a theater to the right, left, and the back. And once he said that, it became... And then also with it in the middle of the whole arena, it becomes oddly, like, intimate. It didn't feel like... They sort of broke it down backstage, like Barry Katz was talking when you go to a rock show, how they put the stage all at one side. So now the last row is 200 yards away. So if you put it in the middle, the furthest seat is like half that now.
Sure. So they're all right there. And you had a real moment. You got up there and you started looking around and you went, how the fuck do you do this shit?
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was like,
I didn't know which way to stand.
Because all of a sudden Bill's just turning around like trying to find his spot on the stage. It's like, no, you're not going to find his spot because it's a circle.
Yeah.
You can't find a spot when you're sitting in a circle.
It was. Yeah,
you can't back into any corners
I thought
or anything.
someone was going to throw some. There's no fucking way I'd ever do a virus show in the round.
Oh.
There's no way I'd ever turn my back on the pest. Even if they liked you, it would just be like.
Watching you settle in, like, okay, all right, I got it. It's a circle. I got to kind of just keep moving, and then you fucking. It was great, man. It was a great set. A lot of fun last night. I had a good time. So.
Yeah, I actually went up there. It was funny. Like, they had, like, that green room area where you waited.
Yeah.
And Bobby's like, hey, want to go up there and say, goodbye to Opie? I go, he's in that green room? She goes, hey, yeah. And I'm thinking, he just fucking saw me like 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
And he's going to see me tomorrow. There's no way he's up there. So I ended up walking up there. And of course you weren't in there.
No, I was in the audience, just hanging out. Yeah, because Bobby goes, are you in the green room? What? I don't know. What green room? I wasn't invited to no fucking green room. I got a ticket, and I'm sitting watching my pals.
Yeah.
So. But what was the Sarah McLachlan line about the one dog with the one eye? Before I move on, with the family?
No, I was talking about the dogs all bandaged up, like they're on MASH.
It's probably your material, so you probably don't want to do it on the radio. He just basically explains all the dogs in the Sarah McLachlan fucking commercial.
Just talking I said my favorite one was that one-eyed pug.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a great dog. Bring that home to the kids. I'm sure that won't freak them out.
Yeah.
Mommy, did you get us a dog? The one eye. Just let him smell you. Just let him. Don't let it. What is it? Don't approach him from the right. Don't approach him from the right. Just let him smell you. But I want to make it clear though, because I'm not saying don't go out and rescue the dog. All I'm saying is that they're really soft selling some of the
right.
No, some of the dogs that are down there. But you haven't got this dog, this pit bull dude, greatest dog I've ever.
Bill, I think everyone at the Garden understands that you're an animal lover in the end. I mean, you were just showing how ridiculous this commercial was and how they don't explain. Because I think people do need to know what was the issue with this particular animal before you bring it home.
Right.
You know?
Try to. Well, you know what? That's what I said, because my dog, somebody found it had been out by the L.A. River for like 2 weeks.
Oh, good.
So yeah, so
you don't take it to any rivers.
So my girl,
when you're walking.
no, my girl's sitting there going like, she was like, no, we didn't get him to shelter. He was by the L.A. River for like 2 weeks. I go, yeah, and he didn't die. What do you think? What do you think the dog was doing out there?
Right,
eating berries.
Right,
was choking out coyotes and stuff.
Of course,
yeah.
It needs meat.
It was
it needs some kind of meat.
Eating some homeless guy's leg off or something. I don't know what it did, but
it probably digested a few calves in its.
My dog does not like guys.
Yeah, what's that about?
Probably the last person. I have no idea. You got to piece it together. It's like a mystery.
So do you wear a dress when you're home or something? What do you do?
No, it loves me. Dude, pit bulls are ridiculously loyal. They're just like, I like you and I like you.
And that's it.
Who the fuck is that? That's their deal. But if it's a female,
I think I'm a pit bull.
But if it's a female, the dog is cool. Unless they come with that crazy energy. Sometimes girls, they get into that mothering baby,
right.
like, they stick their face.
Yeah.
And the dog, freak it out like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He does that. You feel it in the bottom of your soul.
You had a good time last night, huh?
I had a great fucking time. I really had a good time.
I could tell. You were into it. And then you did do your John Bonham line at the end. As people were applauding, though. They could barely hear it because you were like, thank you. They gave you a great...
Then I forgot, because I went up there and I'm like, I got to do it at some point. But then I got up there and it's like, I got to get going. And then...
which line was it? I heard Bonham. What'd you say?
I just did the intro. John Henry Bonham.
Oh, right.
I'd also done it during the sound check. I did that, and everybody got a big laugh out of that. But I met some security guard there who'd been working this since the late '60s, and he was there during the song remains the same taping when the Bruins went into the stands. He was like, I was a younger guy. Yeah, I had to go down there and break up. A lot of lawsuits. I'm just like, wow, this guy's...
He's seen it all.
Seen everything.
All right, Bill is here to save the day. Not that Danny and Sam didn't do a good job. They did a great job. Fucking Mars. What can I tell you? You got anything on Bill Burr, dogs, Led Zeppelin?
I like how he's sitting like 20 feet behind the microphone. He just fully realizes he has nothing to add.
He's allergic to this. What do you got? Before we take a break, Mars, what do you got? We talked about a lot of stuff.
My favorite.
Just pick anything we just talked about and
chime in for the love of God. So we hope he can stop staring at each other.
Right, and punch it up a little bit.
It's kind of fucked up when you put me on the stage like that.
Like in radio, like people are talking.
You bring up a topic and you go.
It's not even that. It's like how radio works. You talk, and then you kind of like tag it. Like, Bill mentioned dogs, so I got a little dog thing.
Well, I understand,
but tell us a dog story. You must have a dog story.
German Shepherd bit me one time when I was about 9 years old. So
this time tell it again with more detail and make it funny.
Make it funny. That's pretty fucked up.
That could have been 3 minutes of radio. He just said, "Hey, Opie, last night I opened for Dane at the Madison Square Garden, and it was fun."
Great. Like you fucking just like ask a question or go, really, show some interest, something.
All right, as the morning goes on, if I'm allowed to stay at the big boy table.
How did you get bit by this fucking dog?
Yeah, that's a good story, but...
Well, okay, as I was growing up, going to school in the early mornings, I always heard the German Shepherd next door. We lived in an apartment building in New York City, right? So the apartment doors are very close to one another. So every morning as I'm going to school, I hear this barking of this big German Shepherd, and he was always trying to break down the door, what seemed to me as a kid
Don't lose your confidence.
So I'm not losing confidence. I'm just telling the story. So every morning, I was
Listen how dry his lips are.
I was actually petrified.
Enjoy that at home, kids.
Doesn't help that Sam is looking like
he's
solving the Middle East problem.
So I'm petrified every morning going to school, thinking that this dog is actually going to get out of this apartment and attack me. And sure enough, one day, I'm going out. That's not me, by the way. That's Opie.
What?
The lips. That.
What?
There wasn't me before.
You all right?
Just go. Don't accept everything.
All right.
So on this particular day, I'm going to school, and asshole next door was a kid the same age as I. He was always fucking around, attempting to open the door a little crack. And on this one day, the dog got past him, and he just attacked me, jumped on me, and came towards the face. It didn't get me. He got my shoulder, and from that day,
Had you been taking jujitsu at this point? Did any of that
no,
training
I was a little punk back then.
So where did he get you?
He got me in the shoulder, but it was winter time, so he got the coat. Not too much of the skin, but that shit scared the hell out of me. I mean, from like you was asking yesterday.
What, you have one of those big puffy coats from the 70s?
Yeah, the downs with goose down. You remember those?
Feathers flying all over the place. Did you soil your britches?
Brother, tell you what, man, I think I did. I had a skid mark, man. It was pretty scary. But
I heard what you were saying. So yesterday I was talking about the dog I'm most scared of, and you're going to say you're scared of German Shepherds too?
many
your number
times,
one dog?
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly. But many times I want to add to the topic when you guys are talking, but I don't know when to go ahead and interject because I'm not part of the talking staff.
Definitely.
On air.
No.
You raise your hand or something. You make eye contact. Just make believe we're in a bar. It's the same fucking thing.
Really? I could participate a lot more.
There's no magic to this.
Trust you, me.
Oh, you can participate
A
more.
lot more. Yes, I can.
And we just have to trust you?
No, I just know how to do it.
Trust you,
No,
me.
I need you guys to teach me how to do it. That's all. Not always break me down like fucking
I'm done
Sam.
teaching this
Why?
shit to people.
But I'm a good guy that came along. Trust me.
Go wire
Okay.
something.
Why?
Mars frequently says that he was not meant to be he tells me that he was not meant to be an engineer. He was meant to be one of the creative guys. You told me that.
Not on radio. I went to school for film. I like,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love film and video and all that good stuff. So, yeah, on that aspect, yes. Maybe not speaking eloquently, but, I can write a script.
Will you stop
Direct
moving
movie.
around? Look at Bill just staring the fuck out of me.
He's amazed. Back to that moment when you said, should he stick around or leave? I was like, why did I do this?
Even Bill's giving up.
We had a West Highland Terrier when I was a kid, and we turned it into an absolute maniac. I had 4 brothers, and we just teased the shit out of this dog. And we started playing the glove game, which is where you took a gardener's glove and you just started mushing him in the face, like Sean Avery. A little face wash, like it was the
Good old
playoffs.
Sean Avery.
So then he would he started biting too hard.
Yeah.
We didn't know any better. Okay, this is before cable and
Sure.
chicken soup.
The dog whisperer.
Yeah, all
and
that shit.
All that shit.
So
see, I added there, Mars. That's what you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I punched it up just a little. Nothing crazy, but just
sit
enough
there.
to keep the energy in the story and the listeners interested.
So this thing would start biting too hard, so we moved on to like a hockey stick, and we would sit that more like you're digging the puck out of the corner. We'd kind of be doing that stuff.
Right.
And at some point, I forget what we were given, like the broom. He started doing that bite, where they shake their head, like they do that thing, which is basically that goes back to the wolf thing, like break the prey's neck.
Sure.
So we thought that shit was hilarious, and then the thing started biting us, like in the legs, doing that thing. So one day the thing was begging for food. My brother was eating a sandwich, so I start crawling up, going, "Hey, I'm gonna get the food. I'm gonna get the food." The thing fucking latched onto my face.
Holy
and
shit.
did that thing, dude. I literally thought I was gonna be deformed.
Holy shit.
I went to the bathroom, going, "Please God, please God." And I had a
couple puncture marks,
2 puncture
right?
wounds here, and one was in the mouth. His
Holy
underbite
shit.
caught the inside of my mouth, and I had to go into my dad's office, and he stitched me up. And then I went to school the next day.
Wait, why is your dad's... See, Mars, this is perfect right here. If you want to learn.
Was the doctor?
He casually goes...
No, he was a painter. He painted, but, we didn't have a lot of money. He used to darn his own stockings.
But he casually said, my dad stitched me up. So that's a great place to jump in and go, what? Because most people go to the ER. So why did your dad stitch up?
My dad's a...
No, I know he's a dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you stitch up a
He used to
little
work on babies with cleft palates. So,
really?
what I had was a joke.
Oh, so he could handle that.
But
Gotcha.
the funny thing is we didn't get rid of the dog. Like nowadays, I guess a dog would get put down and it would make the news and shit. But no, we kept the dog. I had to go to school the next day, face all fucked up. I got bit by a dog. Whose dog? Oh, my dog.
It would have been a better story if your dad was like a garbage man and he was stitching you up or something. Because see, Mars trying to move on, and then maybe people will call and go, well, my dad used to stitch me up and he wasn't a dentist. See how it works?
Gotcha.
Because there's a lot of fathers out there that, I'll do some fucking operating on you myself.
Yeah. He used to do all of it right at home.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
We had, it was 5 boys in our family. We used to always do shit to each other, and then there was always the alibi was always I was running through the woods and I tripped. Like, I took a big rock trying to scare my brother one time, just threw it in the air and it landed right on his head.
My brother did the exact same thing to my cousin.
Dude, it's like a 1 in a million shot. It's like hitting the lottery, and he's like somehow, it's like the cartoon where the dude's going over the horizon, and somehow you just catch him right on top of the head.
Me and Bill, we've had very, very similar upbringings, and you had a lot of boys in your family too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother, I think it was his confirmation. We had all my cousins over and stuff, and we were playing the rock game where you just throw them up in the air and hope for the best, and it misses you by a foot, and you laugh and shit.
This is the days before video games.
All that
shit. This
is
what we did.
So my brother throws a rock. Sure enough, it hits my cousin Danny right on the eye. He needs stitches, everything. This thing fucking did damage. He probably has a scar to this day. My brother was, he wasn't allowed to enjoy his own confirmation. He was grounded for his own confirmation. Like, the whole family's there. Cousins, aunts, uncles. And he has to stay up in his room for his own confirmation because he did this fucking rock trick.
No, I got this one here. My brother threw me off the porch.
Yeah.
He was swinging on the swing and he pissed me off. So as he was coming down, I took a broom and I just stuck it right in his gut, and I was holding him up. And he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you. When I let go, I turned around to run, but he had the momentum of the swing coming down.
Sure.
So he caught me right as I was at the top stair. He just gave me that one little push, like fucking Claude Lemieux. It was a Dale Hunter. Who did that to the guy who scored the goal? And he just fucking cross-checked him. I think it was Dale Hunter, yeah. So I literally did.
Your knowledge is better than mine.
Like a fucking lawn dart.
Yeah.
I went down the stairs and I went right into, like when you don't have a walkway, you just have like the stones.
Sure.
One of them was like sticking up a little bit, and I just, right into it. I still have a missing bone. I can feel the bone I'm missing in my skull. Yeah. Nice.
Did your dad operate on that one?
Oh yeah, he was pissed. It was like,
what was the worst
four guys one day.
What was the worst thing your dad operated on? You know what I mean? Like, the line is, well, your
we
dad...
used to have to assist him. Because, I don't know, just...
What the fuck?
Yeah, the most disgusting
By the
one.
way, Mars, before Bill continues, see what happened because I said that casual dad thing, like, what do you mean fucking your dad stitched up? Now look at the phones. You said you want to learn about radio. Now everyone has a fucking story. We could do another hour on this, Mars.
Here's
but
one.
Then we might not, though, because we've got a lot to do today.
Here's one. My brother one time...
So you had to assist your dad or your brothers, whatever.
My brother, right? So one time my brother jumped out of a tree. He went to jump out of this tree. I don't know how the fuck it happened. There was some sort of, like, stick, but a big branch was like a spear, and he got, like, impaled on it, literally for, like, 1.5 seconds. He was literally on this thing, and we were like, what the fuck? And he lands on the ground. He looked so ridiculous. We were all laughing our asses off, and he even started laughing, and then he lifted his shirt up, and it was like that darker kind of, I might have hit an artery blood,
shit.
And then he starts fucking freaking out.
Right.
And, we stitched him. That one was gross. I could deal with the head.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of, like, tissue. It looks like you don't go that deep, you know what I mean?
No.
But, like, I remember his chest, no, it had, like, that whitish yellow tissue. I almost fucking yacked.
You don't realize how much fat you got in you, even as a kid.
That was disgusting.
Some of those cuts, you would see that white shit, or that darkish yellow shit.
Oh, my brother was screaming as he's stitching up.
Well, Bill, we got the phones ringing. We got dad stories. So
all right, here we go. Started off slow.
You know what? We need to take a little break, though. So if you guys could stick through the break, we'll take your dad stories. We also have Doug Stanhope coming in, and Dr. Steve wants to do a little something with what? Diabetes and... Are we giving it away yet?
No, well...
Dr. Steve has a pretty good bit we're going to do today.
He's going to test for diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say what it is yet?
You can. It's your show.
Yeah, Dr. Steve, basically, Bill, is going to taste urine. By tasting your urine, he could tell if you have fucking diabetes. It's like an old school way of finding out if you have diabetes.
It's supposed to be sweeter.
No,
Urine
the old
is-
school way is one day your foot falls off, and then you die the next day. That's the way I'm doing it.
So whose urine is he fucking tasting?
Well, I believe Pat from Munaki is coming in.
Oh, perfect.
And then
I could use a few one-liners from him today.
So he'll taste some of his urine, and
Now,
then
wait a minute.
some of us will supply ours. I would love for Dr. Steve to taste my urine.
Basically, Pat.
He can't get like hepatitis or some shit. You can't just go around drinking other people's urine and there's no side effects.
The old school doctors did it
I
all the
believe
time.
if you're a doctor, you can drink urine.
Yeah.
According to the lawyers, if you are a doctor, you can drink other people's.
I'm not talking about the freakiness of it. I'm talking about health issues.
No, see,
Urine is sterile, don't they always say? I think.
no, Bill.
Isn't this classic dialogue between two dumb Americans?
It's sterile. You can't catch it.
He goes, urine is sterile, I think. Yeah, we're a couple of guys who never went to medical school. Yeah, let's just put this out over the fucking airwaves.
And we joke about that on our show, and just because we have microphones in front of us, we feel like we're experts all of a sudden. We read one stupid paragraph of a really important topic, and we think we know it all.
Whenever I'm doing like some magazine little thing, and they go, "How would you describe who are you on stage?" I'm like that loud guy in the bar. I go, who really starts to make sense, and then halfway through what I'm saying, you realize I had to go to summer school every year in high school, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, this guy's an idiot.
But I think just about everyone, you ask them a follow-up question on something they're talking about, and they fall apart. You don't like that banana, do you? See,
it's hard as a fucking
There was a
rock.
little observation there. See there, Morris? He didn't like the banana. I noticed that, and I said, wow, Bill, you don't like the banana. That could lead to maybe talking about
Who gets one
the
that's
FDA
more,
or something.
Who gets one? I asked for a banana, and this fucking kid gets one more green than yellow.
Yeah, no.
Jesus.
He doesn't understand how to pick a fucking banana.
Mars can't do radio. Our interns can't pick bananas. This is a terrible place.
Sam has a high voice.
I mean, no, it's just a...
You know what you sound like?
What?
At the beginning of that Beastie Boy, you got to fight for your right to party. Like, we'll have a party. He's like, yeah.
Oh, Sam, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Do we have that?
We're going to listen to Opie and Anthony. Yeah. I have the glasses and everything.
It's a unique voice.
Hey, you like AC/DC there, Bill?
Yeah, I'd say I like him a little bit.
We got some box sets to give away. Just want to throw that out there too. A little later though. We got that. Travis?
I thought you were joking.
It's only in the music video, so I could try and find that here on the tube.
YouTube it up.
Yeah, all right. We could do that.
I'm buying for Christmas, for my Christmas gift. I'm actually getting AC/DC has a box set of all their albums.
Wow.
And actually, I'm one of those guys who actually still has a hi-fi.
Oh, really?
Oh, I fucking love it. I actually went out on eBay and I bought my dad's record collection.
What?
Basically, all this. My dad's got some bizarre. The Ted Heath Orchestra.
Was he? So he was before
persuasive percussion.
Wait, how old's your dad?
69. Wow, 69.
So he should have been into the Beatles thing, right? Like my dad just missed the Beatles thing, so he's got all that like fucking. Can't even remember.
My dad liked big band. He liked that type of
that was
stuff.
my dad.
So once rock and roll came, I don't think he never even jumped on the Elvis bandwagon. He was like,
yeah, my dad just
this
missed.
guy.
My dad missed by a year or two. So it was like Frank Sinatra.
My mom actually saw Elvis in concert right before he hit big. That's like her only concert. Like, I went to one. Who'd you see? I saw Elvis. I'm like, where'd you see him? Madison Square Garden? I saw him at a fair. He was standing on a bale of hay, and he was moving around a lot.
Jesus. It just says that casually. All right, here it is. This is what Sam sounds like.
We can invite all our friends and have soda and
here.
pie. Yeah!
Oh, Sam, you're fine.
Sound like
You are so
I don't sound like that.
Anyone want to acknowledge that Sam's in studio? You can go, yeah, on the phone.
Imitate it.
Yeah.
You
got it. I don't sound like that. I don't sound
All right,
like
listen,
that.
we got to get
You got that vocal fry, I believe is what they call it.
we got to get Bill Burr a new banana. Mars will hang out for a little bit. We got Doug Stanhope.
I can
Steve.
tough my way through this.
Matt Ryan
nothing
will
worse
get you a
than
different
toughing
one.
through a banana that's not ripe.
Doesn't that shit get you sick? It gets me sick.
He's doing it. He's doing what you taught him. He's
Morris,
doing
see?
it.
Yeah. That was all right, because I'll drink
was
my
all right.
own urine.
You're gonna teach him callbacks?
There you go.
No. That's way above Mars. Let's
One
slow
step at a
down.
time.
No, you don't want to. Let's just deal with like trying to like interact as a human being.
Gotcha.
The callback thing, that's way above you right now. Hey, Bill, I want to play your Yankee World Series rant going into break.
Okay.
It's doing real well on my YouTube channel too, and a lot of we didn't tell Bill.
Yeah,
a lot of places are picking it up.
Oh, is that right?
Fark, Breitbart.
Comedy websites, sports websites. They're all talking about what Bill Burr has to say about the Yankees.
No, it's
Nothing but congratulations to all of them.
It's hilarious.
Hell of an accomplishment.
The clip's going viral a little bit, Bill. A little bit. We want to play one more time for everybody, so we'll go to break with Bill Burr, congratulating all the Yankee fans on that great World Series
Bottom of my heart,
victory.
man, incredible. Coming from out of nowhere.
Right. And if you want to listen to it later as well, Opie Radio on YouTube, but here it is on our show today. It's Opie and Bill Burr, and now Doug Stanhope.
Good morning.
What's up, Doug?
Not a thing.
Doug's playing comics tonight and tomorrow here in New York City. Is that part of the New York Comedy Festival, or are you like...
No, it's not.
You're a rebel?
Yeah.
Doing your own thing?
Yeah. I mean, what's the difference? Like, the festival is not like... it's New York. Like, any given night at the Cellar is a comedy festival.
All right, that's true. People don't understand that. It's an all-star lineup every night at the Comedy Cellar. You never know who's going to be on that stage.
Yeah, it's fucking
Jimmy
New
comes
York.
in here all
it's
the
like
time.
having the L.A. Actors Festival.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking there anyway.
Jimmy's like, oh, yeah, Stephen Wright was at the Cellar the other night, and, I was hanging with Chris Rock for a little bit, and it's just all casual.
Billy Crystal,
Robin Williams. They just show up and do a few minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's amazing. Doug, you don't like the Yankees either, right? We just played Bill Burr's.
I don't even like baseball, but I watch it to hope the Yankees lose. I really have that much fucking hate.
Where's the hate come from? The fact that they're buying players?
Self-loathing or...
sad childhood.
Yeah, some awkward place, but it manifests itself in the fucking places like the Yankees. They're all such douchebags.
What was your line about the Yankees? I saw it on YouTube.
Because they fucking buy their team. They're supposed to win. So to root for them is like going to a casino and cheering for the house. Well, they have the fucking and when you don't even have money on the game, like just fucking standing behind a blackjack table and going, "Come on, fucking dealer, bust his ass." That's my dealer, bitch.
Yes, Danny. Sorry.
I've heard that argument a lot because a lot of people have been saying that. Like, I'm not.
Are you a Yankee fan?
No, I'm not. But like, people will comment and stuff.
But
and
you're
like,
a Met fan.
I am a Met fan, but I just think that argument is just slightly ridiculous. I just think if maybe these ball clubs, managed their clubs better and, had better farm systems, then more people would show up at their games. If they're winning more games, then more people are showing up, then they could, inch up ticket prices, and then they could afford the better players for the next season.
I would agree with you if it was like the 70s or 80s. That farm system thing doesn't mean shit anymore because these guys are just now buying the best players out there.
But I'm saying
the finances of baseball don't make sense anymore because there are cities like Bill was bringing up yesterday that cannot win the World Series. It is a long shot for a lot of these teams day one.
But if the Brewers, let's say the Brewers got a better team together and, built up some kind of minor league system.
Look at the Rangers. Look at the Rangers. The Rangers went out and they got A-Rod. They got A-Rod, and then they were busted. They had no more money for anybody, so now all they had was this $200 million shortstop. They couldn't build a team around. They didn't have that kind of They didn't have that kind of money. Where the Yankees can get A-Rod, keep Jeter. Dude, you gotta remember, that guy was a fucking shortstop, decided to play third base. Now, I'm a Red Sox fan, so I'm not bitching about that aspect of it because whatever they don't sign, we're gonna fucking sign. Like, I'm just saying, my bitch about baseball is, it's basically gonna be the top 4 or 5 teams every fucking year, and then maybe a Devil Rays will sneak in, or,
Do you have a bitch about the fact that it's not even a fucking, equal sport? Like, what size is a baseball field? Exactly. Whatever fucking size they want, evidently. Like, they don't even have the same rules amongst leagues. It's
that's another thing, too.
You fucking pointless.
You build the ballpark, too, like, around, like, your best players. Yeah. Sometimes, did you ever see Yankee Stadium back when Ruth played?
Oh, yeah, there was the little short porch.
Dude, you could have.
That was where they figured out, wait, Babe hits a lot of balls to this exact spot. Let's move just that part of the wall in.
The fence was like a foot off the ground.
Right.
If you backed up for a fly ball, you fell into the front fucking row.
Yeah, Jim's Switch mics if it. Yeah, your mic sucks today, Doug.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
Does
on
it?
there.
Yeah, can you work off that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on, man. Yeah, try that one. That one's just over-modulated, Mark.
But I'm saying, like,
hold on, to Danny's point, 'cause Danny's point isn't bad. Like, yeah, you bring up a farm system, and all right, you got all your guys. Hold on. You got all your guys up there. Let's say they win the World Series. The problem, though, is that they can't afford to keep their players.
Look, this is.
You know what I mean?
But at the same time,
You
like,
could build a team, yes. You could still do that in baseball, but the problem is when it comes to paying these guys to stay around, they can't do that.
Sure,
so then they all end up going to the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Dodgers. The Angels are doing a good job grabbing these players.
and over time, you could accumulate as a ball club that wealth to secure these players for the next
for some
season.
reason, that's just not happening.
But I'm saying, you can't penalize the Yankees because they've been successful.
It comes down to. No, you can't. I'm not saying to
No,
even
Yankees
do it.
won
This is what
fair
I'm
and
saying.
square in the end. It's fine.
Right.
But I'm just saying the sport itself is a little broken.
Yeah, this is the problem is like with TV contracts, the big TV markets like New York, Boston, LA, and those types of things. The amount of money that those guys can generate, probably with the same amount of viewers. It's just different media markets that you can't compete with it. My only thing is I'm not sitting here I wasn't honestly bitching about how much money the Yankees spent. It would be ridiculous because the Red Sox are always within 20 million. So I'm not complaining about that. But what I'm saying is just as a fan about baseball, some of the best teams, those Kansas City Royal teams of the late 70s, when the Orioles won it in 83, even when the Padres came on and they played, they played the Tigers in 84. It was good. The Brewers in 81 or 82 when they played St. Louis, just to fucking mix it up. But if every year it's going to be the same 4 fucking teams, why have the other 26? What is the point of those guys? And it's not look, I'm not saying that those other guys couldn't be running their franchises better. I'm not saying that, but you do have to have some sort of salary cap to somehow, how does the NFL do it with Jacksonville? What is that, 9 people living there that actually matter? You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Somehow they can be competitive.
Maybe there should be a salary cap in baseball, but as long as there isn't.
They've been talking about that forever.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I agree.
You got to do what you do to win.
Yes, I agree with you.
You can't scream that, 2009, you can't say, oh, Yankees buy another championship when they haven't won since 2000. So
that's the thing. They should be fucking, instead of a parade every time they win, they should have a fucking riot every time they lose, because they should win you have fucking embarrassed this city for 9 years in a row.
There's 9 years there that they probably should have had a couple championships. That is a very good point.
They just spent $1.8 billion to get their next championship. So it's one of those things where, you can't, look,
at the end of the day, it's the plays.
You can't buy a championship, but what you can do is you can buy the playoffs. You can definitely buy the playoffs.
And you can increase your odds, too, of winning the thing by getting the right player. So
my point yesterday, dude, was what I was acting like was people were acting like it was this amazing accomplishment. And if you can fucking buy the best guy at every position in every position, is not an accomplishment.
It's an expectation.
It's not. It's like, why don't you get a team of 8th graders to play a bunch of fucking 3rd graders and be like, yeah, bitch, what's up now? That's all I'm saying. I'm talking about, they should do, whatever the fucking NFL is doing is what baseball should do, and it would be a better league. That's all I'm saying. I'm not bitching that the Yankees spent $200 million, but I'm just saying it gets fucking ridiculous after a while. It just gets, it's been ridiculous for a while. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing, but I do think that some of these clubs could probably, manage their systems a little better. And the
Are you
argument.
just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again and not, add to your point? Because I know what you're saying. You're just saying the same thing over and over again.
It's also got to do with the owners. Some of these owners just don't feel like spending money for their team.
Yeah, there's the owners out there that have no business owning the fucking team.
I'm an owner
because they're not even trying to do the right thing.
This is the thing, though. If you live in Pittsburgh,
that's a good point
if you live in Pittsburgh, do you understand how much $180 million is compared to New York or Boston? What $180 million is, dude? Look at how much look at a fucking 1-bedroom apartment in New York costs $600,000. Like the cash that
Where have you been?
That is in this. What is it now? It's higher. Okay, whatever. So it costs
close to $1 million, man.
You can buy half.
If you can't afford it, don't live there. You know what I'm saying? So
no. Oh, jeez.
No, I'm not.
Done. I'm done. You're not even listening.
I am listening to what you're saying, but I'm saying,
that's it.
dude,
This is new me. When this happens, I tap out. I just tap out. I go, you're not listening.
So if Pittsburgh can't afford players and New York can, how is that New York? How is that the Yankees' fault that they spent all this money. Like if you live in a market where you're not generating.
Fucking moron, you're not listening to me. I'm not saying it's their fault. What I'm saying is, if you want to have a league where there's actually competition,
right? That's where
you need to kind of spread it out.
Parity. That's where it could hurt the sport.
Dang, I'm just fucking with you. Now you're making me feel bad. You're like starting looking down. All right, sorry.
Just
man.
eat your bagel.
Just trying to help, man.
Yeah, he's just trying to help himself.
I'll eat my eggs and shut up.
No, it's. But in the end, the sport could be hurt because if it's year after year, like the same 4 teams winning this damn thing, the interest is going to drop in the sport.
You would hope in New York City, of all places, that, you know what, first of all, in a city this size where you have so much to do, baseball shouldn't fucking matter. And if you've won it 27 times, the fans should act like they've been there before, all right? Fucking relax. It shouldn't be that big a fucking deal. The fucking Yankees! Don't you have something better to do? It's fucking baseball. It's a boring fucking sport anyway.
All right.
Well, America's pastime, Doug.
Yeah.
That's, according to their fucking press.
What's your sport?
I'm a football guy.
Hockey, man.
If you're there live, it's fun.
Live hockey.
Get out of the
amazing.
matrix. Get out of the matrix. Go to hockey.
Yeah, live hockey is amazing. They can't figure out how to make it look cool on TV.
Yeah.
Because the stupid puck is too small.
No, this is. I can't.
They've tried everything.
I can't stand all these fucking people who keep complaining about fighting in hockey, and they want to get fighting out of hockey so that they can continue to not watch hockey. I've never heard a hockey fan ever complain,
dude.
You know what? There's too much fighting.
When I
go
to the Coliseum, and a fight breaks out. Fucking the kids stand up too. They are fucking way into it. Way into it, and. It feels like that they're letting the fighting happen a little more the last couple of years. Have you noticed that as a trend or not?
I have the NHL package, and I got to admit, like, I watched like 4 games before I finally saw a fight.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, Jesus.
Huh.
That's why you got to love the Flyers. I love the Flyers because they remind me of myself, where it's like, I'll try to achieve something, and I don't, and then I just continue to use the same method, thinking that I'm going to... They basically beat the shit out of everybody in 74 and 75, won a cup, and they've been trying to do that every year since.
Right.
Regardless...
Using the same strategy, even though the whole sport has changed around them.
Yeah, there's no more red line. Right. There's all these European players in there, and they're still like, okay, get out there and fucking just punch bruisers. That guy in the face.
Yeah, as hard as you can.
I love it.
The one trend in hockey I did notice, wow, we're going way too inside. We'll get into some other shit in a second. When guys get hit really hard, they have to like fight and retaliate immediately instead of going, wow, that was a good, clean, fucking big hit. Watch. Every big hit now, there's a problem. It wasn't like that when we were growing up. No one wants to get, hit that hard anymore.
I got a little distracted because I'm just looking on the screen. There's something that says, one of the callers, his subject line is, Bill Burr is an idiot.
All right, here we go. Let's go to Mike. Mikey.
Bill, you are an idiot.
I'm admitted an idiot. I don't read.
Yeah,
I just start yelling, and I hope people don't stop me.
We just watch the clock, make shit up, and hope something sticks out there.
Yeah, this isn't Meet the Press, dude.
I don't know. I don't believe in half the shit I say. I'm like, all right, just say something.
All right, now show me how smart you are. Go ahead.
Okay, if it's that easy to buy a championship, why do the New York Rangers suck every fucking year? We can't buy a championship.
Because only one time did you use the Yankees method of buying. Okay? What the Yankees do is they go, who kicked the shit out of us last year? Get their best player. That's what the Rangers finally did. They're like, who was the last dynasty? The Edmonton Oilers. And then all of a sudden they got Messier, Esa-Tikkanen, and Craig McTavish. They got the nucleus of that. Kind of like the Yankees in the late 70s. They got a bunch of Oakland A's on that team, like 3 or 4 guys.
But can we be honest with each other, too? There's a lot of fucking luck involved in my favorite sport, hockey. There's a lot of fucking luck.
Yeah, there's also like 3 months of playoffs. And then you got guys like Ulf Samuelsson. If your guy's better than him, he'll just blow your knee out. For some reason that's okay in hockey.
Right.
And people, I'll tell you hate the guy, but he was on your team, you love him. That's what they say. There's some guy out there just carving out somebody's spleen. You're like, you know what? I really wouldn't. I don't. I could do that. I could jump on Gretzky's fucking knee and end the greatest hockey player's career. I could do that.
Know who my favorite hockey player was in the last 10 years? And he's not even one of my guys. And I secretly cheered for him every time he played the Islanders.
Who?
Ty Domi.
Oh, you had to love Ty Domi.
Ty Domi was a guy. He would go on the ice. His whole purpose was to be a problem. And he would go on the ice and he would just look at a guy and go, it's me and you. as soon as they drop the puck, it's me and you. And they would literally drop the puck and the gloves are off, and now he's just fighting this fucking guy because he had some weird issue with him.
The guy was shorter than me with skates on, and he would
No,
fight,
he was tiny.
He would fight somebody. He was this little bulldog, man, Ty Domi.
Who did he play? His last team was Maple Leafs?
I think there's about 400 YouTube videos. Ty Domi verse, Ty Domi verse.
Everybody. And man, I'd be at the Coliseum and people would be like, they want to fucking kill this guy. And inside I'm secretly going, God, I fucking love this guy.
One of my favorite clips on YouTube was when Ty Domi just blasts Ulf right in the face, and he goes down like a rag doll, like you knew he would.
Yeah, he could fight. He fought guys twice his size. He had no problem. He would fight anybody on that ice. Anybody, right?
Who's the guy he beat up, and then he was doing like the wrestling, like the championship belt thing?
As he's going off the ice with some fucking 10-game suspension. I don't know.
Dude, I remember in the 80s, those guys, they would beat the shit out of somebody in the other team's arena, and they would go off the ice waving at the crowd, kissing their fists.
Yeah.
Remember that
all
stuff?
That shit.
Just doing this?
All that shit.
I miss those
The biggest
days.
crime was getting rid of the bench clearing brawls. No one really got hurt in those.
I know. You know, I actually went to a Bruins-Canadiens game back in the Garden where I actually saw a bench clearing brawl.
Really?
It was one where Chris Nyland, they were taking him to the dressing room.
Hold on. Look at this.
Oh, here we go. Ty Domi. There he is, Doug.
Now, he's getting his ass kicked by I don't know which flyer this is, and then fucking Domi will come back strong. Always does.
Look at him. He's like a foot smaller than the guy.
He just knew how to fight. Sorry,
that's
Bill.
Brashear. That's not Brashear, is it?
I can't tell that the video's grainy.
Yeah.
Oh, Brashear, very good. So what'd you have? I interrupted you, Bill.
Oh, here he goes. Wait, you guys do the championship belt.
Oh, is this the championship belt one, Danny?
I don't know.
That's later in his career, you can tell. He fought right into his fucking last game. Right into his last fucking game.
No, wait, Chris Nyland was walking by. Back then, the opposing team to go into the dressing room had to walk by the Bruins bench. So Chris Nyland walks by, and I don't know if Ken Linsman said something or what. He pushed Ken Linsman, then Ken Linsman chased him down, and a couple Bruins chased him down the hallway. So now it was kind of 3-on-1. So then the Canadiens bench all emptied out.
It's in the breezeway or whatever? The walkway or whatever?
The walkway. Oh, it's tremendous.
Oh, I got to check that out. So, all right.
He's talking shit in the pedal.
Oh, yeah.
We're literally commenting on YouTube videos that people can't see. So
I know, but I mean, if you're into fighting in hockey, just fucking do yourself a favor. Spend some time with Ty Domi. What a fucking animal. You want another idiot call, Bill? Let's say hi to Scott.
Yeah,
Scott.
I know about luxury tax.
Scott.
I know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck? Do you know what a luxury tax is? Come on, stop.
That was a great point. What the fuck? You don't know about luxury tax? Come on, stop.
The Red Sox, St. Louis, the Dodgers.
What the
fuck?
Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers.
What the fuck are we doing today? We're just getting everyone pissed off.
No, but that's what I love about it. Is like these morons are calling me a moron. This guy's,
come on, stop it, Billy. Come on.
We're just pissing everybody off. And someone's calling me a Judas. Someone writes, "Ope, are you a Dale Hunter fan too? You fucking Judas." I can't help it. A guy like Ty Domi, I secretly wish the Islanders would pick him up. I don't know if he would have even helped the team when he was in his prime. Who knows? All right, enough with sports.
Well, that's another thing that's hilarious about the Flyers. Is like playoff time comes up, and then they always end up picking up some goon off of waivers who is just gonna, he's not gonna score any goals. What is he gonna do other than get you to be like a man down?
Right,
you know.
It's gotta suck for that one guy though. His whole job on the team is to go out there and start a fight. Every team had one of those guys. And as soon as you saw him on the ice, you're like, oh, okay, he's got to take care of somebody. He wasn't out there for his stick handling.
Yeah, at what point? Is anybody out there play minor league hockey? At what point does it stop going from putting the puck in the net to just beating the shit out of somebody?
Yeah. Oh, that minor league hockey is where the fighting is really still happening. All right, we're losing Doug. He don't give a shit about hockey.
Yeah, I have nothing to add.
Do you like blood?
I like fights.
All right, Stan
I'm
Jonathan.
a UFC fan.
But look up Stan Jonathan when he fought Bouchard.
Speaking of UFC, it came out today. I mean, it's a good segue for a quickie. Fucking Brock Lesnar's not going to fight in January now either. He's got mono.
How long does that last?
Well, he was supposed to fight, what, in November.
Canceling a fucking fight
had to
because you're
cancel.
sick 2 months from now?
And then he was supposed to fight in the pay-per-view in January, I believe, but now he's not even going to be able to start training until December, so we're not seeing Brock Lesnar anytime soon.
Wow.
As he deals with mono.
Well, still, it's fucking UFC. They fight, there's a title fight every fucking month.
Yeah, but
it's not like boxing where, maybe 2 years from now.
True. But I mean, I don't know about you. I want to see Brock Lesnar as much as possible.
Yeah,
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah, no, I agree. But if you have to wait 4 months, it's still not like boxing.
Well,
Where,
he hasn't fought in a while, though, now.
Yeah, but the greatest thing about UFC is, other than that there's no weapons, it's the realest kind of fighting. Look at that right there.
Sorry, we're fucking involved with hockey fights now. We're in trouble.
Yeah, that was when...
we're in fucking trouble, man.
Stan Jonathan, he was part Native American, and he took out everything the white man ever did on Bouchard. Look at him. Look at his face.
The blood. Holy shit, the blood's just pouring out of his head.
Bouchard was actually a really good player, too, and he said, it was a shame. I actually had a great career, and all I'm remembered for is that fight.
That was the big one for him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then there's big
fucking
debates if it was the referee's blood or whatever. But anyways, getting back to UFC, that's what I like about it. It's, standing up, it's submissions, it's on the ground. It's like, it's like professional, whenever you got into a fight, for real, it'd always be a couple of blows, and then you'd have, the double headlock,
clinching, yeah.
the double headlock, and then it would go down to the ground. And these guys are, at a professional level of that. And, I don't know, how they fucking... Those guys, they sit there on the ground just riding out the end of a round, taking forearms to the head.
Yeah.
Dude, one of those, career over for me.
Yeah,
over.
The amazing thing with UFC for me is how they could get so much done with only 3 inches of room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing these, weird little fucking just knuckle things, and they could just damage you. With no room.
It's weird that when you see a guy that's been doing it for 20 years and he's 44 years old and he's still really bright and sharp in an interview where you go, in boxing, you just talk to some fucking mumble mouth.
Yeah,
and you're listening to Ken Shamrock saying, well, actually, I'm trying to focus more on my economy of motion when I'm in the ring because that way I can, strengthen. You go, what the economy of motion? Did you just say that?
Yeah. Oh, Chris Simon was an animal. Now, all right, we're finding all
John
the animals
Wensick.
now. Hey, Danny, a lot of good stuff in front of me. What should I hit? Most patient cop ever? Is that good? Or a woman calls 911 because boyfriend won't marry her.
If I have to pick one over the other, I'll go with the cop.
The cop?
Yeah, that's a good story.
Why is he patient? We'll find out?
Yeah, you'll find out. You'll definitely find out.
All right. We got a nice little story about a cop that's...
This is the actual dash cam audio. It's basically some guy got pulled over for a traffic violation. Pretty standard pullover situation. And this guy just would not cooperate, as you'll hear.
All right.
Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around!
What's this about?
Turn around! Do it now! Turn around! Turn around and do it now! Turn around! Do it now! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around, put your hands on your head!
Why?
Turn around, put your hand on your head! Turn around! Do it now! I'm not out with you! Turn around! Turn around now! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around, put your hands on your head! Do it now! Turn around! Turn around, put your hands on your head! Do it now! Turn around, put your hands on your head! Put your hands on your head! Put your hands on your head and turn around! Turn around, face away from me! Get down on your knees! Get down on your knees!
What the is this about?
Turn around, get down on your knees! Turn around, get on your knees!
Hey,
Turn around, get on your knees, put your hands on your head! Do it now!
Just tell him what it's about.
You want your phone
I want to know what the fuck it's about.
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head. We'll talk about this.
yeah, let's talk about it. Why did
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
what's the problem?
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
All right, this is a great clip, man.
He's like,
This is a
you
great
hear him in the
clip.
end, he goes, what's the problem?
Right.
Why would he, if he just answered him?
Dude, what the fuck? I can't be a cop.
Let me, do
would be
you,
so
And this goes on
frustrated.
for how long?
do you have a right as a citizen to know what the problem is
I
before
would
you turn
imagine.
around?
I would imagine.
That goes on for almost 5 minutes.
Oh, no, that's only the first part there, Doug. That's just a little warm-up. That's the warm-up. we just take a breather here and we talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, there's only so much of that you can listen to.
Hence the frustration. What the fuck? Cop should have hit him one, no?
Man, that's a great cop, man. He really keeps us cool.
He should have fucking got back in the car and just driven off. It's obviously cops not going to do shit.
Let's continue.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Stop driving!
Pull over.
Stop
Pull
driving!
Over. I'm serious this time.
Yeah.
You think he wants him to turn around?
Get off me! Get off of me! Give me back my gun! Give me back my gun!
Well, it continues.
Do it now.
What did I do?
Do it now.
What did I do?
Do it now.
Tell me, what did I do?
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Do it now.
What did I do?
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
What did I do?
Sir, I'm not messing with you. Turn around, put your hands on your
I'm
head.
not messing with you either.
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
What did I do?
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head. That is an order.
All right, I need someone down the hall. Whoever's got the raw audio, someone has to count how many times the cop said turn around. I need to know how many times he actually
That's
said
an
it.
order. I don't work for you.
Right. now the guy's trying to arrest is getting mad.
Turn around, put your hands on your head. That is an order. Do it now. Turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head.
Are you gonna shoot me?
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head.
Are you gonna shoot me?
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
You're a broken record.
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
Because you're a broken record.
Holy shit, is this good?
Where is this? Any idea?
It sounds Midwesty, right? I'm going Midwest. Any other guesses?
What does he want from this guy?
He wants him to turn around, Bill.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Put your hands on your head.
You're a broken record.
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Do it now.
Talk to me.
Do it now. Turn around, put your hands on your head.
What do you want?
Turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head. Sir, do it now. Turn around, put your hands on your head. Sir, turn around, put your hands on your head. Turn around, put your hands on your head. Do it now.
What did I do?
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
Oh, no, the cop finally is getting a little pissed. Let me go to John in Phoenix. John.
Yeah, man.
Hey, buddy.
What time? Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, all right.
Enjoying the shit out of the show.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
man.
at what point is that goofy cop going to say Simon Says?
This is Utah.
You might have the best call of the day, my friend. Thanks, John.
Yeah, it looks like you.
Thank you, man.
Utah, let's say hi to Chris in Pennsylvania. Chris.
Hey, boys, good morning.
Hey.
Is it me, or does this cop sound exactly like Ron Howard?
You ever hear Ron Howard getting high? That the guys put together?
No.
Yeah, we'll play it at the break, I think.
All right, punch it up.
Or is it burnt?
No, it hasn't been played in a while.
All right, we'll play for these guys. Ron Howard came in. It was awesome. It was a really cool fucking interview.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a biggie for us. And he fucking laughed. He had this fucking pot laugh. So the guys did a little Ron Howard getting high fucking...
It's only a minute if you want it.
Oh, yeah, let's play it right now. Fuck it. And then we'll get back to this cop trying to get this guy to turn around.
And now, Academy Award-winning director Ron Howard getting high.
Dude, you want some Mountain Dew, dude?
That's his laugh.
Dude, let's watch TV.
There's a wonderful and exciting world out here. We've discovered that we don't need TV to entertain us. He said anus. Have you guys heard a word I've said? Yeah. Anus.
What the fuck was I even saying? What was it like, man, when you were on that TV show?
Well, the thing...
Ron. Man, we should hang out more.
Cool.
That was Academy Award-winning director Ron Howard getting high.
You know, so he doesn't fucking did a little something with his laugh. It's a stoner laugh, though, no, Doug?
Yeah. I can hear it coming out of that guy.
You think he He had to. I think Ron Howard smokes the dope.
I think I heard him on something saying he was.
He's an earthy guy, right? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
But I'm not sure about that.
All right, let's get back to the cop trying to get this guy to turn around.
Do it now! Taser! Do it now or you don't get tased! Do it now! Turn around, put your hands on your head. What are you doing?
Oh, he got tased? Oh, fuck.
He gets more vocal about it in a second.
All right, fuck. All right, I should set this up. The cop finally had it, obviously.
Do it now! Taser! Do it now or you don't get tased! Do it now! Turn around, put your hands on your head. What are you doing? Give your hand. Give your hand. Give your hand. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Get on your stomach. Get on your stomach. Relax. Give me your hand. You better comply. Why? Stop resisting.
Why is that funny every time? Why? Why is that funny to us?
There's no way to emote any manly sound when you're getting tased. It's just no.
That high-pitched fucking squeal.
Did you hear him call him an asshole?
Yeah, he's still... Fucking A, man. That's a great clip, Danny.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I'm listening to it in the morning. I'm like, how am I going to play a 3.5-minute clip of a cop just saying, turn around and put your hands on your head?
What did he do?
Yeah, we ever find out?
I don't know the exact details. I just know...
suing.
Hang on.
He doesn't sound drunk. He just asked a question over and over
again. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell, what's true and what's not true. But apparently, this guy was pulled over for, I guess, improper display of a license plate. This guy, Mark Flores, says, I still find it unbelievable that someone can get pulled over for a crooked front license plate and somehow ends up getting tasered 6 times.
I was pulled over for such random shit when I was a fucking young comic with a mullet and a piece of shit car. I would fucking just ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Having a license plate light out, and all they wanted to do is search your car. They'd make up any fucking reason
to pull you over.
Yeah, that's fucking absolute nonsense. Driving too long in the left-hand lane on a fucking empty highway.
You can get pulled over for that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's technically it's only for passing. Again, and there's always nonsense where you did this, but now we want to search through your car.
Yeah, now we have a reason to
somebody sent me
look into your car.
this great video on how to get out of
Another
that
video,
type of
Bill?
I can't remember. I know, right?
You spent a lot I thought I spent a lot of time on you, too.
No, it's what I do on the road. I stay up till 4 in the morning, figure out who runs the world, watching Ric Flair videos. That's what I do.
What is it's a video how to get out of...
Well, you turn around, you start asking the cop questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like this Jedi mind trick, and of course I forget exactly how to do it, but it's just like, what am I being pulled over for? You get them...
Yeah.
Because basically they
get
don't...
them confused?
They don't have a right to search your... They don't have a probable cause if you have a license plate light out, but they'll say stuff. Do you mind if I check your car? And that's when you're supposed to start asking questions, because... They're asking, you're giving them permission.
Right.
They need your permission because they don't have a warrant or something like that. I'm really going to sound like a moron here because I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. It was something like that. That was the gist of it.
The problem is that now you're going to try to make them go take the time to get a warrant and act like they have probable cause if you say no.
Mm-hmm.
Like they tell you
that becomes probable cause. Well, why don't you want me to search it?
Exactly.
Holy shit. All right.
Because legally, there are, it's my constitutional right. And you go, well, you don't have any constitutional fucking right.
You ever get pulled over in the middle of nowhere and the cop doesn't even have, like, the full uniform? I got pulled over in, like, Colorado, right? I'm flying. I drove, like, the wrong way for an hour. So now I'm like 2 hours, away from where I started.
That is
I got like some fucking...
You want to cry.
Yeah, some awful gig in the middle of Colorado. And I came up over to this hill and I'm flying. All of a sudden, this white Ford Bronco was driving right at me. Like, right at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I get over to the side and I see, like, on the dashboard, he has the police lights. And the guy gets out and he's got the cop shirt on, tucked into like these Wrangler jeans and boots.
Boxer shorts.
And he fucking comes walking up, what the fuck is blah, 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 screaming at me. And I, like the whole time he's yelling at me, I knew I was speeding, but I'm looking at him and I'm like going, is this guy like part of like some Aryan fucking, white power group? Like, you don't even have the whole uniform? They don't even have to you can't even buy like some blue Dickies to go with that shit?
What did he get you for, speeding?
Yeah. He just screaming and acting like a fucking moron. I was in the middle of nowhere.
And there's no one else on the road, right?
Yeah.
So,
was I going to hit a cow or you driving on the wrong side of the road?
How about we all relax? There's no one out here. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll only hurt myself.
Dude, but it's scary enough getting pulled over by a cop when you're in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're like, this guy could just shoot me and put me in a ditch right now. And
and
he
come
has
up with
enough
something.
time to dig a hole to even bury my rental car
Yeah.
before somebody fucking comes along with this shit. So you just got to sit there going like, yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. You're absolutely right. You're
That does go through your fucking brain, though.
He had on like a Cub Scout shirt.
Sean in Jersey, he's a police guy there. What's up, Sean?
Okay.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good, man.
All right. Well, just so you guys know, the second most dangerous thing a cop can do is a traffic stop. More cops get killed in traffic stops, not by getting shot.
Well, did you listen to that guy? Now you see why. Annoying as shit.
You got to remember, most of the time, I work for a large sheriff's office, and I'm a sergeant. I ride alone. So if I pull somebody over, I'm on my own until backup can get to me. And it's not usually that far away, but I work in the city of Trenton, which is, if you know anything about Trenton, a lot of high crime, a lot of gangs, a lot of guns. You're on your own. You're not going to take any chances. You're not,
right.
You're pulling somebody over, and if, dispatch or your computer tells you that the person that should be driving the car, the owner, has a warrant, well, I'm not going to sit there and play patty cake with you and, make nice. I'm going to tell you to turn around, put your hands on your head.
Well, if police departments weren't used so often as a form of random taxation through nonsense like seatbelt laws and every other reason that you do pull people over, you wouldn't be pulling people over that much. Ergo, it wouldn't be that fucking dangerous.
Well, it's yeah, I can understand your point, but you got to look at it from our standpoint, too, is until you've been to that wreck where the kid's been ejected from the car for not being in a seatbelt, little kids all over the road, it's a little bit different standpoint. If we can do something to help protect those people.
Well, then you can take that in the next step, and we shouldn't even be able to leave our houses or even drive cars. We should walk to work and live in little fucking bubble wrap.
That'll walk in front of cars. No, it's just it's
Look, he has to clean up the mess. So what he's saying is he's trying to prevent us from making the mess.
Exactly. That's all.
I mean, if somebody kept spilling milk on the floor and I had to mop it up, I'd pull over and be like, hey, put a little sippy cup in there because I'm really getting tired of mopping this. Hey, you know what I always wanted to ask?
Yeah,
when you guys go through like cop school, do they show you a bunch of videos of people making bad stops so it scares the shit out of you, or did just...
No, well, what they do is they show you a lot of videos of cops being killed in line of duty.
That's why, because I was always saying, like, this is me, I'm not trying to disrespect police officers, but this is just in a moment of getting a ticket and being yelled at and stuff, and I always wondered, like, does going to cop school make you an asshole, or do assholes want to become cops? I'm not saying that like it's true, but that's just like a feeling I had, and then I was like, they must scare the shit out of these guys that, like, you have a 99% chance of getting shot, because that's how they seem to approach you.
Well, what they do is they train you, in all your training, what you're trained to do is overcome, like, whatever your obstacle is. Not run up and kick somebody like with some flying ninja kick and knock his teeth out.
Right.
But you're taught to overcome mentally whatever challenge is in front of you. And the biggest challenge, obviously, is a life or death situation. And what they do is by showing you things that officers have gone through, and they show you a lot where officers are shot and lived, where officers are involved in shootings. I have to tell you that the scariest one I ever saw was South Carolina. It was a South Carolina state trooper pulled over a guy, and the guy had a gun in his waistband. They got into a struggle, and the guy shot him once in the arm. The trooper returned fire and shot him 5 times in the chest.
Right.
When the trooper that got shot, 200 pound, 6 foot tall, former Marine, perfect physical condition, had 4 kids. The bullet bounced off his arm and cut across, severing his carotid artery and lodged in his heart. Jesus. You actually heard him dying. On his dash cam, you saw him die. You heard what he said. He was screaming for help. And when the trooper backup trooper got there, a truck driver had stopped. And in that state, he was allowed to carry a gun. And he had a gun on the suspect, and the trooper almost shot him. And the other truck driver said, no, it's not me, it's that guy. The guy he shot stood up. 5 times he was shot in the chest with a .357 Magnum. So when you see things like that, and you're on your own out there,
that's horrible.
You feel like you're pulling over the Terminator at that point?
We just all got sad.
Well, you know what?
I'm now sad.
The guy looked like Santa Claus.
No, that is sad. Have 4 kids and take such a dangerous job.
Yeah, and you know, I was
selfish.
I was on the SWAT team for 5 years. You guys are messed up.
No, that was Doug who's messed up. What the fuck?
All right, wait. Just to get off the depressing part, to go back to what Bill and I were talking about. If you get pulled over by a cop and they ask to search your car, what do you say?
Well, it depends. You know, in New Jersey, we have a lot of restrictions on searching a vehicle. It has to be wingspan if it's in the nature of an arrest. There's a lot. New Jersey is like one of the most litigious societies, and it's like its own little fiefdom. There are a lot of reasons why I can't search your car, but I have.
What do
to
we
show
say? What is the magic word? Like, say my license plate light is out. You come up to my car. You say, "Have you been drinking tonight?" And I say, "No, I have not," or "I had 1 drink." And then you say, "Okay, can I search your car?" What do I say at that point?
You can say no.
Yeah, but
and then what do? Then they
well,
go.
in New Jersey, if I have reasonable suspicion to believe that there is like some kind of contraband, like narcotics or something like that in there, what I can do if in New Jersey, if the vehicle's going to leave the scene and take the evidence with it, then that's exigent circumstances. I can search your car.
So there's no way for me to get out of it.
No, there is. There's plenty.
Okay, all right. Here, let's role play here. You pull me over. Now you say, "Hey, can you search my car?" And I say, "No, you can't."
But why did I pull you over? I mean, if it's just
I had a little license plate light out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I probably see when I walk up to your car. Unless your car looks like, you know, there's 3 bongs and 2 dead midgets in the back seat, why would I search it?
Just because you're in a mood, your girlfriend or wife was giving you shit,
He's
right?
a black guy with dreadlocks, and he's got a white chick in the passenger seat. So you don't like that shit.
To me. I live in Trent. That's everywhere. Who cares? I just, you know, honestly, just for a light out, you know, unless I smelled something like, you know, burnt marijuana, or you appeared to be like you were so drunk you could barely keep your eyes open, or you appeared to be on something, I probably wouldn't want to search your car. Now, if, you know, I pull your car over and it's a high drug area and I feel that you've maybe just purchased narcotics, then I'm going to go a little deeper and try and make that happen.
All right, so you say, "Can I search your car?" And I say, "No, you can't." Then you go, "All right, well, you're going to sit here till I get a piece of paper that says I can."
That's pretty much it. Why don't you step out here with me? We'll do some sobriety tests. Meanwhile, I'm on the phone with my dispatcher.
Why do I have to get out of the car, sir?
Well, because I believe you've been drinking after you field sobriety. If you refuse,
what is this about?
You'll be under arrest. Sir, I feel you're under the influence and you're driving impaired.
What are you doing? I'm sorry.
I'm surprised Bill hasn't been tased yet. You're one of the guys that should be tased, I'm thinking.
No, I don't. When cops pull me over, this is what I do. I put my fucking hands where they can see them, so they fucking relax.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I act like I'm stretching. I have one hand on the steering wheel, and the other one's kind of like behind my head, or what, just so they can.
Yeah, I keep
see.
my registration and insurance in the visor. So I never have to reach for
I
anything.
keep my hands right in my pockets.
You know what?
And make sure the music's nice and loud.
My family and friends when you're
that old gag. All right, Sean, enough. We got to go. Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right. Sean from the New Jersey Police Department. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I can tell them when they can and cannot search your car. Anybody on that?
Well, I think he just
he pretty much did, right?
Legally, that's the thing. It's like when they try, we're going to make torture illegal. Oh, that'll stop it. Yeah, it's fucking illegal for a cop to push you down the stairs and say you fell.
We'll go with this call. Another guy that has a problem with Bill Burr. Bill in Colorado. Bill.
I'm getting pounded today.
Hey, Bill, how the fuck do you go the wrong way in Colorado? Mountains on one side and Kansas on the other.
I had 2 schools
going north
that
and
day,
south.
sir. I was on like a 3-school run. I looked at the wrong school. I had to get up at 6 in the morning and fly. I was in a Dodge Neon. I had a breakfast sandwich. I went the wrong fucking way. What do you want from me? I don't live out there.
You don't need to live there. You
Dude, look.
No.
Fucking mountains are huge.
I was driving through the mountains, you fucking asshole. Once you get in there, you don't know where you're going. Do you think a guy with no cop pants was on the flatlands? That's where all the normal people are. You get in the mountains, it's hillbillies and rich people.
And what he means by going the wrong way, he went north instead of south or whatever. Yeah, I think this guy thinks you were actually
on a one-way street.
Yeah, there's traffic
going
coming
the
at
wrong
you the
way.
whole time.
Oh, is that what you mean? I thought you meant like no. He means that he was his mountains on one side and Kansas is on the other. He's talking,
so that would
he's talking like north south.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
I love you, Bill.
I love you too.
All right. We done with this? I was pulled over for not using my turn signal and my car was searched. Whatever. It was a fun clip. Now we're going serious with this. Had a kid pull me over for a seatbelt and he was shaking and had his hand on his gun the whole time. And someone pointed out that it sounded like Sam when that guy was getting tased.
Yeah. Let's have a party. Yeah.
Good place to take a break. I see Dr. Steve outside the studio. Dr. Steve's gonna... You got any medical issues, Doug? This guy knows everything.
Yeah, I'm sure I got something.
You want to ask him a question, maybe?
Yeah. I'll come up with something.
Will you really?
I got this fucking horrible...
wow, what the fuck is that?
It's an umbilical hernia, I guess. Yeah, it's fucking... That's pretty gross. We can talk to him about that.
That looks like an eye without a pupil.
You got an eye where your belly button is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And it looks like a closed eye, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
Is that Lord of the Rings?
No, fuck.
That's Total Recall.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know movies.
I thought you'd be a movie guy, Bill.
I like the hacky guy movies. I like Casino, Goodfellas.
Hacky?
But
Those
yeah,
are some good films.
I know, but every once in a while I'll come up with a conversation I enjoyed.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that, Gene Hackman?
No.
See? That's why I don't talk movies.
All right, Doug Stanhope is here. He's going to ask Dr. Steve about his belly button. And then Dr. Steve's going to do something pretty cool, I think. It's going to be fucking figuring out who has diabetes by tasting their urine. That's how they used to do it in the olden days.
Telling me he's going to taste Doug Stanhope's urine and he's not going to get anything, no offense. You know what I'm saying? How can you not just like drink pieces of urine?
Yeah. I don't know. He's got it all figured out.
Yeah, I don't want to know if I have diabetes.
You know, like...
I don't really want to know. I don't go asking a lot of questions.
You don't go to a lot of doctors, do you?
When we came up, you know, in the stand-up world, me and him basically started headlining right around the same time, and this fucking dude was such an animal. I swear to God, like for like 3 years straight, every gig that I did, it seemed you were there the week before and had done something absolutely horrific in the comedy. Yeah, Stanhope was here last week.
To the comedy condo.
There was a midget, and there was always like something happened with the curtains or a pillowcase, and I was just like,
There were some midgets. Those were the days.
Yeah? You had sex with a midget?
Yeah, I fucked a midget, but there was Alaska. There was like all these midgets up there. You did coots.
Yeah.
Why is there a lot of midgets up there?
Cabin
I don't know. Yeah, that's the worst.
Are they in hiding?
Unless you were Ralphie May. They couldn't put Ralphie in there because the floors of this band house were so weak that they couldn't put Ralphie May up, and they had to actually get him a hotel.
Is that why? Because he made it seem like he was like, no, I'm not staying there. Get me a hotel. And I was this young, wide-eyed kid.
Yeah, it was fucking liability issues. Yeah, because he would really, the floorboards would almost fall through when he walked through that fucking place. It was
that bed was one of those beds like you just had to lay down in it and make it yours. It was just fun. You just like, dude. There was.
I wrote pages of jokes about that. Just the fucking band house. Like,
nice.
So filthy. The sheets had open sores and shit like that. Like, I just have. I once pulled a bar of
cure
soap.
for AIDS is in the rug under the bed.
I brought the soap on stage because there was a bar of soap that was covered with black mold. Where I actually had to bring it on stage. I go, when you can grow mold on an antibacterial product.
That's
like,
bad.
That's fucking absolutely the filthiest place ever.
Chilcoot Charlie's.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to break. So you got Doug Stanhope at Comics this weekend, tomorrow and tonight and tomorrow, I should say. And we don't have to promote Bill. I think it's a sold-out show at Town Hall tonight, right, Bill?
Absolutely.
Very good.
Somehow it happened.
Sam went backstage to get to the bottom of Ant's trip to the hospital yesterday. So we...
Yeah!
So, we go to break with this.
And now, backstage with O&A, Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. On the Opie and Anthony show, Anthony told the audience that he recently had to bring a young lady he was seeing to the hospital. Unfortunately, the young lady was a bit too young and was admitted into the pediatrics unit. We reached out to some O&A staffers to get their opinions.
Hey, Troy Kwan, how surprised were you to find out that Anthony had to take a woman that he was seeing to the pediatrics unit of the hospital?
I think it's great, man. I think most guys his age are probably jealous of it, I would say.
Is that where you'd like to be when you're at his age?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. I would think most guys his age are probably jealous of such behavior.
Mars, the girl that Anthony is seeing, she had to go to the hospital and she was admitted to the pediatrics unit. Are you surprised?
Was she a preemie baby?
Preemie baby?
Oh, I don't know. Pediatrics, asthma, right? That asthma problem, right?
Mars, are you reusing Opie's jokes?
I gotta go.
Where are you going?
I gotta go.
Hey, Danny.
Yo.
Are you surprised about Anthony having to bring the lady that he's seeing to the pediatrics unit of the hospital?
No. No, not really, no.
Is it something that you think he should be proud of or embarrassed by?
For a man of his caliber, I believe that you should be proud of such a thing.
Okay.
I mean, that is quite a feat, and I hope to accomplish that when I'm Anthony's age.
Good for you.
Next, we found Nicole from the Morning Mashup to get the female perspective.
Hey, Nicole from the Morning Mashup, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Primetime Sam Roberts.
Today on the show, Anthony said that the young lady that he's seeing, he had to bring her to the hospital last night. And when he got there, they checked her into the pediatric unit, which embarrassed him. Are you surprised by that?
Well, how old is she?
He said she is of age.
Oh, dear.
You look sort of alarmed.
I am alarmed. This is a little, creepy and weird.
So if you were in a hospital with, say, a young niece or someone, and you walked into the pediatric unit with her and saw Anthony and he said he was there with his friend, would that be something that creeped you out?
Yeah, it would actually. Yes, very much. I think you should reevaluate the situation and make some changes.
Obviously, there's a difference of opinions on the matter. All we can do is hope that Anthony's friend makes it out of the hospital okay and gets a sucker for being such a good girl. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Oh, absolutely. Opie and Anthony. Actually, Opie and Bill Burr and Doug Stanhope. Dr. Steve outside the studio is going to come in and see what the fuck's going on with Doug's belly button.
I always I ask my doctor. I have a doctor just for scripts. He's like some 80-year-old dude at the fucking clinic at the foot of my street, and so I get like my Ambien and my Xanax. Yeah, I have fear of flying and trouble sleeping. And he's like, yeah, whatever. So I'll always go in just to refill a prescription, and then I'll throw shit like this in as an aside, so it's not on my permanent record if I ever want to get health insurance.
Right.
Like, there's no record that I went in for this. I'll go, oh, by the way, since you're filling a script, wait, what's this belly button? That's real fucked up. It's an umbilical hernia. Don't do anything unless it's bothering you.
Did it appear out of nowhere, or you had it your whole life?
I've always had kind of an outie, but then it's just gotten bigger. But I thought it was because I'm getting fatter, and then people started to recoil from it when I had my shirt off, and I go, maybe I should get that checked out. Maybe it's more than an outie. I don't know. I've kind of grown with it, so it's like cancer. If you check every day, you don't notice it. Yeah. It's a lump.
Doug during the break was he was cracking us up, and I actually told him to stop telling the story. So we could.
I don't even remember what it was.
The fucking TV be gone thing and what you did.
Oh, yeah. Some dude handed me this after a show.
We have 8 TVs in here. All of a sudden they started going off. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Doug's like, oh, it's my TV be gone.
Yeah, someone gave it to me. I just found it. And there's a jacket where I go, oh, fuck. It's just it's supposed to be a universal remote that'll turn off any TV. And someone gave it to me, and I'm at the Kansas City airport just trying it out in the fucking sports bar, and it's not turning off any TVs. And then I'm walking through the terminal, and I just aimed it at the fucking, turned out the giant departures sign, the TV that had all the fucking departures. And then I'm like, oh fuck. And then I wanted to turn it back on, but I'm going, oh shit, they might be watching on camera to see why that TV went out. I don't want to be fucking aiming a remote at it to turn it back on.
I just love the name of it, like, because you really are like a god. TV be gone.
Yeah, you fucking, someone's there watching fucking Nancy Grace somewhere. Like, I don't.
Is she ever in a good mood?
Hell,
oh,
she's
Is she
awful.
ever telling like just a feel good story? I've never been able to watch that show. I just see her face, and I'm like, ugh, those eyebrows.
It's a rough face to look at.
They always got to do that. They do like that Jim Rome sort of side look, you know, like you're about ready to admit to something you don't even admit. It's like, dude, I'm just watching your show. Why are you looking at me like that?
Hey, I don't know if this plays because we're past it now, but some Ty Domi audio that they found.
Oh, beautiful.
You gutless! You touch Housley, I'll take your head off! Chew you up! Sucker! Watch me! Oh! Squeeze. Who the hell is this Weinrich? Think he is? Who strapped f***ing balls on him? Coming at you,
Steve, hold this.
This is Evan, and I trusted Evan. I was like, I should probably listen to it first, but I was like, Evan, is this good? He's like, yeah, it's really good. So I'm like, I'll trust Evan and just hand in the disc.
He sucks.
It's like listening to Scarface if they put it on TBS.
Fucking give
and I specifically asked him, I was like, okay, why should we play this? He goes, oh no, he's talking shit. It's really good. It's really good.
Evan, that sucked. That sucked.
Okay, here we go. Evan has gained a reputation. I'm sorry, Danny. I should have alerted you. I didn't know this was happening. I have a pile of CDs. That's not how I talk. I have a pile of CDs in my office that Evan has given me, deeming these would be great for the air. Not one of them are. None of them. This is Evan's specialty, is pulling audio.
Yeah, did you notice that it was like every other word was beep?
Yeah, I couldn't find any unedited clips.
Why'd you give it to me saying it was good?
I wanted you to listen to it.
And why wouldn't you edit it down? There was just a lot of like just static and nonsense in there. You could just cut out of it.
Well, because he's also no good at instructions. He started handing me CDs with a 2-minute news story in 14 tracks, none greater than 7 seconds long. So I said, Evan, what is this? And he goes, well, I thought that's where they would stop to talk. And I go, if they want to talk, they'll stop it. Just, regular clips.
Right. I stop it when I feel like it's a good point to stop.
I was like, listen to the show. I was like, think about how long the clips are. And he goes, okay. So then he starts handing me 2.5-minute long clips. I go, Evan, there's no comfortable medium?
I think I got the swing of it, eventually.
No.
Well, today, with exception.
The hang of it. I got the hang of it, or I'm in the swing of things. I think I got the swing of it. It's like combining shit.
That's not a phrase?
No.
Why does half the staff
talk like cartoon characters?
Yeah, he really does have some kind of trumpet thing happening.
Well, no, I thought, I know they might be past it, but I thought it was talking shit. I think it's pretty good for the show. I couldn't find an unedited one.
I was hoping that your professional ear, Danny, would listen to it.
Well, I figured I used poor judgment and decided to trust you.
Yeah, I've only been here 9 months. He decided.
I don't know. The second track is better.
You didn't just do that to yourself. Phil, you want to hear the second track?
Oh, yeah, I trust him.
Yeah.
He's in the swing of things.
We're all sitting here uncomfortable going, what the fuck are we going to do with this audio?
I'll preface it with he's in the penalty box arguing with someone else in the penalty box on the team he's playing.
We're going to move you to the Ron and Fez show. That's a perfect place for you.
Last person that did that was Frankenberry.
Yeah, tell Ronnie.
Hey, I'm Doug. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, Doug. How are you?
Good.
That's Evan. You like
Nice to
Evan,
meet
Doug?
you. Yeah. Fucking someone's got to be on his side. Fucking mob mentality, fucking blood in the water, piranha pricks.
What, is this the first time you're doing our show? This is how it goes.
I know. I just thought I'd be...
Pile on.
Yeah. Come on. Grab a seat.
Do you think I usually yell at old ladies? I don't. One gets in here and somebody starts trashing. That's how it goes.
Tell Ronnie good news. We got a new guy for him. He's going to be very happy and excited. He loves the new guys when we send him his way. All right, here we go. Ty Domi in the penalty box. Evan says this is good. Is it better than the first time?
It's better than the first one.
Oh,
well, I thought the first one was good, but I was wrong.
I was wrong.
I didn't get it right. People make mistakes in filming.
He does a pretty good Evan.
Yeah, he does.
You have to give him that.
32, and I'm 22. 10 years difference, I make double what you make. And like that your whole career. Hold on. Bob McGill pumped you tonight. I seen it. Give me so many lefts, you're begging for a right. Hey, I don't care if I win one. That's not f***ing to me. I don't care. I fight for my team. I'm not like you. You're selfish. Want to go as soon as we get out? Razzle dazzle?
Holy shit.
That's pretty good.
That was good stuff.
That was all right.
I make twice as much as you. That's such a fucking UPS worker thing to say. Like, it's like such a, like just fucking average Joe lunch bucket. Yeah, why fucking me? Brendan Walsh. Do you know Brendan Walsh? He's a fucking wicked funny Austin comic. He was doing that on stage where he yelled at some lady. He goes, "Hey, fuck you, lady. I make $80,000 a year." Just randomly, like he doesn't. Just because it's such a douchebag thing to say. But that guy's actually saying it and meaning it. I make twice as much as you.
Want to go as soon as we get out of there? He didn't care about the game. Zach at Jersey. Bill, do you remember when Ty Domi beat the shit out of the Philly fan that fell into the penalty box? Supposedly one of his greatest moments. I don't know this one.
Oh, yeah. There was some fat fuck screaming down at him, and then the glass collapsed.
Is that on YouTube?
It'd be like teasing like a fucking alligator or something at the zoo. You're like, "Hey, you fucking piece of shit," and then all of a sudden you land on its head.
Oh, fuck.
That's basically what happened.
I want to thank Zach. I did not know about that one.
Yeah, he falls in. It doesn't get too crazy. He hits him a couple times, and like, you know, they always have, for some reason, the penalty box to keep things safe. They always have like a 90-year-old white guy, like a World War I veteran, is the guy.
Jacket.
Yeah, he was
a sports jacket.
Yeah,
old sports
Eddie
jacket.
Shore is in there with the toupee.
Fucking Walmart greeter.
The interns are just, they want in on this. What's that about?
Every intern, like Evan is the least liked of all interns.
I would disagree with that.
I would disagree with that. I don't think that's true. I've seen this clip. I'm sorry. I have seen it. The fan falling into the penalty box. It's on YouTube. It's a classic. Paul, you want in?
Oh, God.
Well, I see them hanging outside the studio. They want in bed. What do you got on Evan there, Paul?
Well, Evan's work speaks for itself, obviously.
The second one was
Can
good.
you get some Skinnerd intro music when he comes in?
Give me back my boys. Yeah, you kind of got that look now, Paul.
Yeah,
more than ever.
It's pedophile long at this point. I got to cut it soon.
All right, so you have a problem with Evan?
I can't say I have a problem with Evan. Sorry. Can't say I have a problem with Evan. He's just a fucking idiot and thinks he's great at everything, and that's the only real problem I have with him.
Evan, comment?
Well, I'm not a fucking idiot.
I know about that. I mean, if my work speaks for itself, I guess I'm only an idiot half the time. I mean, they're like one of them.
Paul is very inflammatory towards me.
Why? What's the problem Paul has with you?
I don't know. I can only
Is that Paul with the long hair?
That's Paul.
All right, just getting everyone straight.
Yeah. Doug Stanhope.
Isn't inflammatory like a medical term?
No, he's a
that right?
correct usage.
All right.
Well, that's another thing with Evan. He takes these words that he would use to sound, intelligent and throws them into a sentence where they have no business being.
He did that yesterday, right?
Yes, on Wednesday.
No, wrong. I actually...
Wrong.
He said Paul was diluted instead of delusional.
I prove that it's actually correct. I used the usage of the word correctly.
Evan and Paul, they
I
use
used
the
the
usage correctly. He's almost right.
Hey,
Like he's just so close to right. He's using inflammatory remarks.
Well, the worst part
It's-
is he'll go
it's
back.
like-
Sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
go
cut
ahead.
you off. He'll go back and spend an hour online trying to find the right context of the word in the sentence that proves his point. Meanwhile, by the time he brings it back, like everything he comes up with, it's always 5 or 10 minutes too late, and no one cares about it.
I don't know.
Evan?
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that's. I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah.
They argue.
Who were you angry at this morning, Steve?
I'm not Steve.
Oh, whatever.
Paul.
Paul,
That's Paul.
whatever I just said. Yeah, Paul. When we walked in, you were yelling at someone going, "Thanks, you got me yelled at."
Oh,
Like,
one of the
wow.
other interns fucked up the breakfast.
Oh,
for
that
everybody
wasn't
in the
him.
booth over there.
No.
No, that wasn't actually
All right.
Evan's fault.
All right. All right.
Should we get that guy in here?
Well,
Nah,
we
it's
could.
not worth it.
It's not worth it? All right. So you guys all right?
Oh yeah, we're fine.
No, they're not all right. They'll talk about this in-depthly after the show.
For the next 2 hours?
Yes,
in-depthly.
It might be the dumbest collection of, and I'm including myself in
Oh,
this,
yeah,
the
it's-
dumbest collection of people.
All of us. It's just a bunch of idiots. All right, I guess that's it, right?
Yeah,
Evan?
they'll bicker for an hour and a half. Just throw them out.
So, Evan, the audio almost worked.
Okay,
If you
good.
would have led with the second clip, we would have had something.
At least I learned a valuable lesson out of this whole thing. It's to never trust Evan again.
Oh, that's not
You
good.
should listen to what I give you. I'm not a professional.
I will never trust your word ever again.
I like that he
Well-
admits that he's not a professional. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm learning though. I'm getting better every day.
What have you learned?
9 months later, and you still suck.
You're not getting better every day.
Oh, my God.
You tell me I'm not improving?
Jesus, Sam, you being serious?
Yes, because he does this all the time. He gets much, much worse, and then he gets a little better, and then he gets worse again. And he thinks that that's consistently improving, not taking into account that he's getting worse, and then getting better, and then getting worse again, and then getting better. So it's not an improvement from where you started.
I don't know how much worse I've gotten.
A lot.
A lot. Paul says a lot.
Well, Paul will take any shot at me that he can, because in my opinion, I feel he's threatened of me.
They're all, every intern is jumping up and down outside the window. Does Nick want in?
He
Yes,
goes,
Nick wants in?
Did you hear
Nick
he
is-
said he's threatened of me?
Yeah.
Not by me.
Most would consider Paul the superstar of the lineup there.
Evan would not.
I know. I noticed
It's not that Evan's stupid. It's just he's very silly. Evan is definitely very silly.
I am a little silly.
Very silly.
In what way?
Just that he pays too much attention to detail, to things that don't need any detail, and then the things that do need detail, no detail whatsoever.
Evan's the type of person who says, listen, Sam, I want you to know something. Starting next week, I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm going to be in 5 days a week for the rest of the summer.
Nice.
And the first week that he said that, he was in 2 of the 5 days. And one of them, he just no-showed. No phone call, no nothing. One, he came in late.
Evan's constantly, like, he takes 1 step forward and 2 steps back, just daily.
Evan, you look
But
stupefied.
that is his best foot
Evan
that he
looks
puts
stupefied.
forward.
I think this might be a little embellishment.
Hold on, someone's got Jeff in Virginia. Jeff. Oh fuck! Hold on, Jeff. Try that again. I didn't have the phones up. What's up?
The Earth brings build a space modulator.
Your voice. Marvin the Martian, a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, we got to wrap this up. Anybody else want to beat up Evan?
I don't know if it was mentioned, but Travis does a fantastic Evan impression.
Travis does?
It's spot on.
Travis?
I don't really know what everyone's talking about. Sometimes I'll do my Evan impression.
Sam, I think, can back me up. Didn't Evan have to take a week off once?
Yes.
To recuperate?
Yes, at one time. Yes, Evan was having a
We don't
really...
get beat up here.
He was having a bad week in the sense that he was doing nothing well and he was getting nothing done and just showing up a mess. He shouldn't have even showed up. So he said, I said, you said you're going to come in 5 days a week. How about next week, 5 days a week, and we start anew? And he said, I will start anew, but I'm going to take a week off to get myself together and then start coming in.
What did you do during that week to get yourself more prepared for your job here?
I just rested.
Evan has a very bad problem with, he has terrible sleeping patterns, and he'll take absurd amounts of Adderall every day and sleep maybe 3 times a week.
He does take 60 to 100 milligrams of Adderall every day.
For what?
Well, apparently I'm afflicted with ADHD.
But he's developed such a tolerance for Adderall that he has to take massive amounts.
What is ADHD?
It's like ADD, but they add hyperactive in the middle of it.
Obviously.
Where's Dr. Steve?
You want him in here? Steve, you here?
Evan, that's really no excuse, because every intern...
I didn't
here
say it
shows
was an
it.
excuse.
Attention
Excuse.
deficit hyperactive.
Excuse.
Evan also
I like
enjoys
his-
taking Paul's credit card and buying everyone lunch with it.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a great day.
That was a good day. Dr. Steve.
Yes, sir.
Evan's got something called ADHD.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. You can tell just by looking at him?
How much
I listen
Adderall
to the
can
show.
one man tolerate?
Huh?
No, I listen to the show.
All right, yeah. And you can just tell?
Yeah.
Is he
it's,
taking too much Adderall?
What dose did you start on? That would be my question.
20 milligrams a day.
And they worked you up to 60
Yeah.
to get you where you are today.
He takes up to 100 a day.
Yeah, some days I take more.
Yeah, it's a attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and it's weird that you can give those people who are hyperactive stimulants and they actually calm down, and it's more to do with being able to focus than anything else. So on the higher doses, he should be able to focus better. Right. But presumably his doctor is you still go to a pediatrician. I don't know how old you are. So.
No, I get it from a psychiatrist.
Okay, so you get it from your psychiatrist. So that's
Bill was onto something though. So you took a week off to get your head together, and you just rested. You do anything else?
Well, I mean, I was often staying up 2-3 days in a row to accommodate.
Let's keep in mind so everybody's clear. Evan is here 3 days out of the 7-day week.
Right.
He's not a full-time, this is a really tough gig thing.
Right. And you had
Well, at the time I had school to accommodate, and I'm just traveling back and forth.
Getting
Long
everything-
Island here.
School and an internship.
Wow.
Who's ever heard of that?
Well, and also, I know...
What else were you accommodating? Seems to be a nice word
myself
for you.
personally, if I go to sleep, let's say at 9 or 10 o'clock, it's going to be very difficult for me to wake up to get here. So I figure I just stay up that night and then come in at the right time.
It's difficult for everybody to get up.
Yeah, so he comes in
Every
on zero
fucking morning
sleep
it's-
and he's
Yeah.
zero
What
productivity.
about an alarm clock?
Oh, those don't work anymore. They just incorporate themselves in my dreams.
What do you mean they incorporate themselves in your dreams?
Well, I'd be dreaming, and then the alarm clock will be off in my dream, and I just think it's part of the dream, and I'll wake up.
Yeah. I actually understand
yeah, no,
that
I
one.
understand that.
Wait, you guys understand that?
You
for
dream
real?
that you woke up.
But after a while, you
and
realize,
then you wake up
fuck
and
it,
say,
this is
"Fuck,
reality.
didn't
I
wake
gotta.
up."
All right.
Your fucking girlfriend's yelling at you, and then she's going, You're like, shut the fuck up.
How long do you dream about the alarm clock then?
I mean,
as it's going off.
It won't wake me up. Just as long as however long my dream lasts.
For
and the alarm
hours?
is. I mean, yeah.
Evan he's a poor sleeper. He once didn't show up to one of the Saturday night shows that he promised he would, and I found out it was because he was sleepwalking and completely trashed his room, and his parents thought he was addicted to drugs, so they kicked him out of the house.
Yeah, that was a problem day.
How did you talk yourself back into the house?
Well, I mean, eventually that my parents just felt guilty and wanted me to come back in.
Yeah.
But I fucked the place up.
Your own room or the whole house?
No, just my room. Like, I pulled all the drawers out, clothes everywhere. I was breaking lamps and shit. I don't even remember it. I just woke up and it's just
There's
shit
a hint
everywhere.
of private pile in this kid.
Oh, yeah. You see it in his eyes.
I'm trying. Does your emotion when you have a problem day, as you say, do you flip out? Do you yell at all, or do you just sit there? They're telling you get the fuck out of the house. Do you still kind of have this monotoned, even-keeled way of speaking?
Yeah, I don't really raise my voice that often.
That's not exactly true.
No, it isn't.
I drive Evan in
sometimes.
2 to 3 times a week, and
Wrong again.
Wrong.
Okay. It's not that kind of voice you want to raise.
Two max.
I tend to
2 max, but you're here 3 days.
Yeah, and I drive him the other day.
Incorrect.
All right, Paul, go ahead.
No, I tend to needle Evan a little bit on the way home because, well, I like bringing it out of him. I feel he shouldn't go home angry, so I try to get it out before he gets home, and he loses his fucking mind.
I don't go home angry.
loses
He
his mind.
makes me angry on the way home.
Why? In what way?
Because he's frustrated. I like how you're trying to act like you're helping him when you're being a dick.
Oh, no,
thank
I
you.
am just
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie, but...
Yeah,
I just feel he shouldn't bring that anger home with him. What the fuck does that mean?
So I'll bring it out on the way home.
You just enjoy you enjoy him getting mad.
Absolutely.
How does he bring it out of you, Evan?
He has his mindset that he's being completely altruistic and helping me and trying to.
Was that a good word, Doug? I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I really
that's,
don't know.
Yeah.
That was- that-
After
impressed?
further review, the word stands as called. Altruistic.
You were impressed by that one? That went flying
You had to
over
go
my
over
head.
it a bit.
I had to go chase that word down. I throw it back into the infield. I lost that one. Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
His perspective is that has a mentor role to me and wants to bring out my potential, but in actuality, he's just being a needling prick.
I'm only trying to help you, though.
No, you're not.
Evan was once punished because he was having so many bad days that he had to spend a week calling Paul daddy.
Yeah.
Which,
that's the relationship that they have.
Hey, Doc Steve, should we do some scream therapy with Evan? You know anything about scream therapy?
I don't know if that'd work. Are you on any other medications, though?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Does your psychiatrist know about these bad days and the anger?
Oh, no. I tell him just everything he wants to hear.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Some kind of court-ordered psychotherapy?
You know, the psychiatrist's office is the one place that you can be completely honest, where they're trained not to judge you.
You're right, but I really don't trust this guy because he just wants to give me as many drugs as he can. He's like, want some Ambien? Get some Ambien. Xanax? Want some Xanax?
I think
sure.
That's a,
you know what? That's what they
he's right. He's
that's
right.
what they fucking do.
If you have a guy just prescribing you drugs, you're exactly right.
He's exactly right.
They did that
on his notebook, yeah.
They did that to my mother. Fuck all of them. I'm with Evan now.
Yeah, so I just get my Adderall and I'm happy.
Right, and you tell
Why
him
don't
what
you
he
get
wants
the
to
other
hear.
shit and sell it?
What I did at first, and then I realized that I have poor self-control and just ate a lot of those extra pills.
Ate up all the profits.
He just wants to eat Xanax and pass out for 2 days.
I woke up one day, ate some Xanax, and then just lost the whole day. I woke up, it was midnight, and I had no idea what happened.
Oh, man. I try to do that with as many days as possible.
He can't control himself in front of pills.
Yeah.
Like if you place pills in front of him, he'll have to swallow
He'll
them.
have poor self-control, which will lead to a problem.
let's get him.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get into his speak here. I like this.
It'll exacerbate my my Adderall.
Let's have some diarrhea pills just laying around one day. See if he takes the bait.
Well,
You want to scream, Evan? What do you want to do? I want to hear him get angry.
Evan, get some of the frustration at Paul. Paul is making you look like an asshole on the air now.
It does.
Evan,
constantly.
you're a fucking failure. That's all you are.
It's not true.
Well, Christopher Walken there.
Not true.
I feel like there's a giant balloon next to me, and you guys are poking pins at it. And I'm the one who's gonna have to be.
You want to move over
on
here,
the front
Doug?
lines.
We'll make room for you over here.
I have a pretty high threshold.
Evan, what did Opie say when Paul came in? He said it's pretty much known that Paul is the star intern. That's because that's the idea that he's given everyone.
Not that these other guys, there's some other fucking good players.
But
here.
Evan is bottom of the pile.
No.
Agreed.
That's the perception that Paul puts out there.
That's
for everyone.
That's exactly what he does.
Exactly, and you're
he
going to
likes-
let him get away with it.
He likes to walk around like he's in charge of shit.
He is.
Telling people what to do, but he's not.
He is.
He's not.
He seems
Evan,
like yes, he is in charge.
I had the interns rate all of us this morning, and you were on the bottom of everyone's list.
From new guys.
Not everyone.
Doug,
I'm sorry, you were at the top of your own list. Everybody else put you at the bottom.
I like to just remember.
I
when
just
it
gotta
was
say
on your folly break. Remember, I was on your side.
Don't worry,
I was the
Doug.
Doug, this is
guy.
what they do behind the scenes, though. While a radio show's going on, they have all these little games they play with each other. It's amazing. Why don't you have it out with Paul right now? I want to hear you get angry and stick up for yourself.
Yeah, you never fantasize about slapping the bandana off the top of his head?
All the time.
Then do it.
I can't do that shit
Oh, shit.
Okay.
because it's unprofessional.
And who's going to give you a ride home, right?
I drove today, so I'll be giving myself a ride home.
Evan, Paul
Thank you very much.
has effectively made you look like an asshole, made himself look like the king of the interns.
Yeah.
This would be your opportunity to set things straight. Now, if you're not going to do it, it's not going to get done.
Paul, I don't see him do really that much productive work other than giving the rest of us interns a hard time and answer some phones.
Paul's very nice to me.
I know. I don't know what it
Nothing
is.
but a sweetheart to me the entire time I've been here.
Now, Matt, that's not true, and you know that.
Matt.
Angry.
You might remember
Angry. Evan,
Yes, Matt.
just because you want to be me
Here we
doesn't mean you
go.
have to get mad at me.
I don't.
Wow.
Why would I want to be you?
Just because I get stuff on air and am productive and I'm not sitting in front of a computer for 4 hours.
I get things on air too.
That's why.
Yeah, like that great hockey fight.
Second one was good.
Second one was good.
Yeah, and I've also wrote 2 or 3 promos that have been made to rotation.
That no one will let you do the production for because you're horrendous.
Or the voice.
Well, that's a little
Or the voice,
exaggeration.
yeah.
Well, my voice is horrendous. I'll agree with you in that respect.
Evan,
Kind of hard to argue.
you got to stand up for yourself on this one.
Could you have like a 15-second tirade or something?
Yeah.
To Rod.
Tell him how you feel.
Yeah, just get it out. But on a loud level, though.
I mean, I don't know how to
flaws?
articulate it. Paul's flaws. Okay, let's go here.
Flaws.
He will consistently run and tell.
Passion, Evan. Passion.
I gotta get worked up. Get me worked up.
Stop testifying.
Yeah, let's
It's not
go.
like you're testifying right now. Like
Paul's got everybody fooled that he's the greatest.
That's right. He
So tell
does.
him why he's not.
he thinks you suck.
What he does.
Evan, saying yes to everything isn't a good argument.
Oh.
Just throw it out
Look
there.
at
too.
Yeah, okay, this
You look like a
pipe down
buffoon.
a little bit.
He's owning you right now.
But
That's because he's my bitch.
Brian Holtzman.
That's wrong.
That's who he reminds me of. You know Holtzman?
Yeah. I hope he snaps like that.
Yeah. That's what we're
But-
hoping for.
He likes to take his. He's a bit older than the rest of us interns. He has a more grizzled, intimidating appearance, and he likes. to.
He comes off as better than you.
Yeah, he does come off. I don't know why the fuck he comes off because
I
he-
am.
No,
Yeah, why the
because he
fuck
goes
does he
around.
do that? Why did he do
Let's
that?
go, Evan. Let's go.
Opie thinks he's better than you.
Let's go.
He goes
Much
around.
better.
He will
Everyone
find
thinks he's
any,
better than you.
Any little misstep, any of us will, well, particularly me, and he'll go telling everybody, oh, fuck, hey, why don't you ask Evan what about this happened?
Doesn't he
Blah, blah,
ever
blah.
make a misstep?
Yeah, he does.
How does that- Like what?
Like what?
Well, you know, I try to have
it's
a
not a
little
misstep, Evan. Come on.
No, because I can't think of a particular example right now.
Because it doesn't happen.
Because I can see you're in the booth the whole fucking day.
Yeah, working.
I answered calls.
Is that hard work?
No.
So I have to get all that credit.
Paul, get him going. Make believe this is the ride home. Because you said you get him going and he gets fucking going.
Evan, do you realize that today you came in here and did nothing but make Danny look like an asshole? Just sitting there and being like, yo, this is great, put it on the air.
We should listen to it.
Oh, so it's fucking Danny's fault then.
Oh, wow.
I told him to listen to it.
No, it is my fault. I absolutely should have listened to it, but I chose
After 9
against
months,
my
you figured,
against
you know, you
against
might have
my
something
my best interest. I knew. I was like, let me trust Paul. Paul has not exactly a proven track record with good audio, but I was like, he seems to be this adamant about this material.
don't-
I'm going to trust him.
Yeah.
And then you let me down again.
Yeah, don't mistake us, please.
Yeah.
I call him Paul. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Because everybody's got Paul in the mind because they think he's the best.
I'd much rather think about Paul than you.
All right, Evan. I mean, unless you're going to fucking
This is
stick up for yourself, we're done with this.
Evan, this is another notch in the failure column.
Yeah.
I don't see how this is a failure. I consistently going out there. I'm trying to pull shit. Most of it's garbage, but I'm out there trying to do it. And I see him do
So, dude,
nothing.
do you want to
I don't-
fucking E for
what-
effort? How
what
about
have
you
put
actually
on the
do
air?
something right?
What have you been responsible for
I
getting
made
on
an
the
intern
air?
piss himself once.
And who did that? Me. I pissed my pants. No one else. All right?
So your crowning achievement here in the almost 10 months you've been an intern is urinating yourself in front of a bunch of
No, I
men
didn't say it was
to
my
prove a
cr-
point
I
that
said it
you
was
didn't
my
piss
crowning
yourself.
Hang on,
achievement.
Matt, that was his crowning achievement. One of my favorite Evan moments is we made him, I forget why we made you do this, but Evan kept saying that he could eat a Pop-Tart really fast, so we made him get Pop-Tarts and heat them up, and he ate burning, piping hot Pop-Tarts as fast as he could, and he burnt his mouth.
That was impressive. It
That
didn't
was,
make
that was
the air,
definitely
though.
my favorite.
The thing about Evan is like he'll fail constantly, but he just won't accept the fact that he failed. So he's just like running into brick walls constantly, then just backing up and running into them over and over again.
Evan, you
he
got
just does it
different brick
daily.
walls.
You got guys that have been here
Same wall.
way less time than you.
Kicking your ass.
They're talking about how much of a failure you are.
So I like Evan as a person, as a coworker.
That doesn't cut it.
Not so much. It's very, very iffy.
I don't see how I fail. You know, maybe because I take more chances. So there's going to be more failures.
Wrong.
There you go.
There you go.
Absolutely wrong.
Anybody.
Let's say anybody. What have you done, Matt Ryan?
There you go. There you go.
Watch out. Matt
You
has
just
a tendency
you
of
like
getting
to jump
angry.
in whenever someone's getting shit on. You come in and you give
Yeah,
a little 2
because
cents.
because usually the stuff that I
Why don't
put
you-
out gets on
why
air,
don't you
and
spark-
people actually enjoy it, and they enjoy
Like
me
what?
on.
What the fuck do they enjoy?
Oh, every the past couple of FU promos, the WoW promos I've done, all the shit you've
What are my
done
promos?
piles up on Sam's desk.
Well, those are just stories that I find that are
Yes,
that interesting.
and they go nowhere, like your life is going.
Some of them
I
have gone there.
I feel like Matt just stays at home and like writes arguments down for like the day that he has to bring them in,
I have
and just
nothing
remembers.
else to do, Nick. You are honestly correct. I have no life outside of this.
Yes.
Very angry.
Yeah.
He's very perturbed always.
Yeah.
I need a hug.
Evan, we're done with you.
Evan, all they
Yeah.
wanted
What
was
do
a
you-
tirade, and they didn't get it.
Yeah,
and
what are you
this-
going to say to this?
What's happening here? Another failure from you? This was all a waste of time because there's no tirade from Evan.
Yeah, what's our big
Let me-
out?
What? Go ahead, Paul.
Now it's
me-
Evan's fault that we can't make Evan snap.
You want me to put it in terms you can understand?
He failed by not being weak enough and caving under the pressure.
Why are you tearing down
What
the
an
wall?
asshole. How
What about
dare
the last two
you,
with
Evan?
with the Keith Moon haircut?
That's you.
Is that me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the John Densmore sideburns. Another era.
That's Graham, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Okay, how
I'm
are
the
you?
newest intern here.
Okay.
And within 2 weeks of being here, people are already telling me I was doing a better job than Evan.
No, Paul was. Paul was telling you.
Oh, here we
What
go.
fucking? Paul
Yeah,
will.
but who's in charge, Ev?
What? Paul, you ain't in charge. You're not in charge of shit. Okay.
Why not?
What you do is you'll tell all the other interns that come in. Guess what? Who's garbage? Evan's garbage. Who's the lead guy? Me. You
that
know
right?
what? No, it's not right.
I did
and
not tell.
I like to have a little more respect and
Earn it.
more positive.
Earn it, you'll get it.
No,
You know who's earned my
but
respect?
I'm calling with
Graham in the
I
first
don't
2
go
weeks he was
around-
here.
I don't go around telling the rest
Oh,
of the
no, no,
guys,
no.
hey, guess who's shit? Paul. Even though he is, I don't do that though.
I let everyone make their own decisions.
No, you
Absolutely.
don't.
Evan,
you influence all.
You
of them.
don't go around telling everybody how big pieces of shit they are, but you go around saying that you're the greatest thing since sliced fucking bread, and that your
think I
output
use those
doesn't
words.
match your ego.
So does Matt.
I can't eat bread. I'm on a diet, thank you.
You're on a
Winning
diet.
the rail?
How old are you?
20?
You should be on a diet
I've
at
lost
20.
40 pounds. I'm very happy.
I have noticed. You're
Thank
a little
Well,
slimmer.
I've explained my mindset before. I think and say that I'm the greatest because I keep that going to keep my drive going. That's my motivation.
Evan, do you realize that if one of the bosses comes in and says, "Hey, you know what? We got some money rolling in.
Yeah.
We got some. We have a position open. Who's your best intern that you wouldn't enter any of the people in this room's mind?
Wow.
Not one.
Evan has a lot of strategies. Once Rob Cross was, he said, "I work very hard around here."
Well, what does Ray Romano have to say about that?
Well,
that was one of your crowning days, Ev.
That was a good day. But no, because I like to.
Does everyone want to say something positive about Evan?
Thank you, Doug.
I'll say something positive about
There you
Evan. We
Yes,
rip
Keith.
on Evan a lot. He is a bit of a dolt, but
Wow.
we
This is going right in the positive
we
direction
love
I was
him
looking for.
for the fact that he's such a mongoloid.
Wow.
The fact is he provides so
it's
much
not all
entertainment
bad.
for all of us, and we're always laughing at the crazy stuff he says.
What do you do, Graham? What?
I do a lot more than you, Evan.
What? Whoa! What do you do?
I'm call screening 2 days a week. I gave in some audio to Sam today.
I give Sam audio all the time.
Yeah, but your audio's diarrhea.
Not all of it's bad.
No, you've said to me.
95% of it.
To be fair, Graham's audio is also bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at least I'm handing in audio.
I am too. I will say that I'm the most prolific out of everyone here.
Prolific at failing, of course.
Listen, the more I hand in, the better chances I get of something is going to be good.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
So tell them.
I do tell them, but you know what? Paul over here.
Well, point at him and tell him.
Paul over here, fucking, he just destroys anything I build up, And he'll do that consistently.
So then you destroy
he's coming
him.
over here. I'm just getting a little closer to you.
Don't get intimidated.
No, because I'm not going to play those dirty games.
That's right.
What dirty games?
You just completely, what you do is you like to put down everyone around you to make you look better by comparison.
Yeah. Nick, do I put you down?
No.
With the exception of Nick. For some reason,
Matt?
Nick is like...
You used to, but now that I've earned my keep around here, I don't need to get insulted as much. And I
haven't earned my keep.
No.
How?
Yes,
I've not been listening for the past 45 minutes. We've been tearing you apart.
Oh, wow.
But I come here, I output decent work, I have my failures, yes, but every one of those is a learning experience, and I build upon each one of those. But,
say it. It's pretty good, actually.
Go, Evan.
Yeah, and I don't know why it gets shit on. I have my strengths, and I know them. I'm good with technology and audio, and those are my strengths. When it comes to content,
Wait
I
a
lack.
second. I am looking right now. This is like a Vegas look-alike. You got Michael Moore, Dwight Yoakam, and fucking Keith Moon. I mean, this looks like a Vegas. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, you guys are in the wrong business. You can make a lot of money
You're
as
standing on Hollywood
look-alike.
Boulevard in front of Van's Chinese Theater.
They're the baby versions.
Yeah,
That's baby Michael Moore. The baby Archie, whatever the fuck it was.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you think he looks like Michael Moore?
Yeah, it's going to touch that. Yeah, no, he's got more than a touch.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad I voted Republican this year.
I just want to point out that Evan has completely forgot whatever argument he was just making.
Oh, wow. He makes you look like an asshole again.
What were you just saying, Ev?
Well, about how I output here. I output a lot of good stuff. All right, and I do a lot of work.
I don't think that's a verb. Yeah.
Why don't you try using the word produce?
Whoa.
You know, because you're trying to be a producer.
Why can't I use output?
Going highbrow now.
Why can't I use output?
He's dictating what you
Output
say.
would be a noun.
Yeah,
Evan,
I think my
remember what
output-
Sam told you on Wednesday?
Jesus.
Sorry, Doug.
No.
Remember what Sam told you on Wednesday?
He told me a lot of things on Wednesday.
What did he tell you about today?
What, that I can't fail today?
And what would happen if you failed today?
Oh, I would have another week of calling you daddy.
Okay. Do you think
What is
that
that
you...
about?
Evan needs to learn. I see potential in
He has
Evan.
to call you daddy?
It's
no,
horse
not me,
shit.
Paul. You have to call Paul
It's
daddy?
garbage, I know, but
Well, I mean, if he
I'd have-
fails...
Why do you have to do it?
Well, Sam says so.
Exactly
right.
Sam, tell him to get mad.
I've tried to tell you.
You have no idea that all
I'm worked
petrified
up
is
right
Sam.
now. And I don't know, I don't really get too much higher than this.
Just
unless
don't pee
you
your pants
physically threaten me. Was that Matt?
Just don't piss your pants again. It's embarrassing for all of us.
I proved
You are a
point that day.
discredit. What? That you didn't urinate yourself in a bar?
That's right.
That is fucking the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That is the most
Why are you stupid?
asinine.
Opie asked me to piss my pants, and I obliged.
You know how dumb that sounds?
What, that I helped out the radio
That you
show?
urinated your pants over an audio medium.
Watch out.
Yeah. Well, it was on YouTube, and there were pictures.
But still, it's just a stupid thing to do, Evan.
You would have done it.
No, I wouldn't have, because I have somewhat of a self-respect for
If Opie
myself.
asked you to pee your pants, you wouldn't have done it?
That's Michael
Done
Moore
it?
with Andrew
About
McCarthy's
those-
voice.
Never heard that one before.
I'm waiting for this to go somewhere.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to end
Stanhope
this
comics
fucking thing.
this weekend.
I'm going to die of a fucking umbilical hernia while you guys...
Yeah.
Evan, you have to take this somewhere.
All right, Evan. Well, how about we do this? Because I don't know what to do with this fucking segment. Fucking wrap it up. What do you want to say?
I was
You
gonna say,
heard a lot of voices
Paul
today.
is a big,
Paul.
puts on a big facade that he's in charge, he's taking care of shit, but he really isn't. All he does is give the rest of us a hard time, making him look like he's doing work and better by comparison.
All right, go down the line. What about Keith Moon?
Yes, I must say...
No, Evan is talking about you.
Oh, Evan's talking about me?
Yeah. What do you got
Yeah.
with Keith Moon?
Graham has a fucking attitude problem. Number one. The day he comes in here is immediately with the disrespect. No thanks to fucking Paul here saying, no, it's okay, it's fine. And look at his intimidating fucking appearance here.
What are you talking about?
If I looked like him, I'd fucking do the same shit.
I look like a fucking tree hugger, dude.
Not when you put on
long
your
hair,
face. When you're
goatee,
fucking...
bandana, two more
You're fucking listening to me face.
Recycling T-shirts half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what he really is. He's a big pussy.
Whoa!
He constantly threatens physical violence on me. He'll never do it.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I can't make that call.
Go ahead, punch me in the face, you big pussy. Do it.
It's not worth it, Paul. Don't do it.
He'll never do it.
Stop killing
He'll
the
never,
bit.
ever do
Shut
it.
up, Grant.
Really,
It's so
shut the
worth
fuck
it.
up. Have you
Do it,
learned
Paul.
anything from us?
So worth it.
Punch him in his
It's like
face.
the little
Told
rascal.
you to.
Come on, do it.
I got the one that.
What?
Sounds like Evan. Sounds like somebody's making excuses of his own.
I think so. And I got like this with him before, so what he did is he did the I'll punch you in the shoulder kind of hard. So I'm sort of serious. I'll punch you in the face. Just you watch. But you won't.
He won't do it.
No.
Oh, no.
Evan, I'll catch you on the street. Don't worry.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will. I'll beat your ass and then make you drive me home.
Okay, do that, and then there's going to be a nice little civil suit that you're going to have to deal with.
You're a fucking faggot, dude.
Am I?
Oh.
Or is that's how adults react? They don't fight. If they get punched in the face.
No, the difference
they
is
sue.
a man will fight and a little boy will call the cops.
An ignorant man will fight. An educated man won't.
First of all, there's not an educated man in this fucking argument. All right?
Yes,
Just insulted
me.
himself.
I know that, Bill.
A civil suit.
Oh, God. Somebody throw a punch or let's just get on with it.
Yeah. You're boring me and I'm in this argument.
Now punch me in the face already.
Ooh.
He's a big tough guy. He's like, oh, I've been over in 100 bar fights. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a scrapper. I know how to fight.
He hasn't been in one, I'll bet.
How many is it?
I don't count that shit.
Yeah, because
All
he
right.
fights so much.
0.
Evan, go on.
Yeah, come on.
You got 3 other guys, and then we're wrapping up. You get the last word here. What about Matt?
Matt references people that nobody's ever heard of constantly. And he puts a tag on almost anything anybody says.
What does that have
that's
to
supposed
do
be a
with my
joke line.
input to the show?
Oh, I didn't know that's what I was talking about. I thought it was just general.
What is his reference
problems.
that no one gets?
No, he'll just reference people
Like who?
I couldn't tell you because I have no idea.
So how does he even know that I'm making references that no one else will get?
Because you say names that I or no one else have heard of.
If you had to make soft prom night love to one of these interns, let's keep this positive.
I like that, yeah.
You had to.
Who would it be, Evan?
If I had to?
Yeah, you have to pick one.
Go with the fat kid with glasses.
I do have the nicer ass.
Yeah, but you'd be whining the whole time.
Well, pardon me, I'm not a experienced party bottom like yourself.
Party bottom.
Over there.
I'm going to go with Nick.
Oh, wow, thank you.
You're the winner. You win. Evan wants to have sex with you. So you got that going for you. And,
Yeah,
and Evan,
great.
what about Nick?
I generally like Nick.
He just shit all over you.
I don't know, but it doesn't bother me really that much from Nick.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Evan.
Nick, he has funny lines.
This
He's
is true.
generally a hard worker.
Correct.
I like what he's been doing.
Oh, thanks, Evan.
What about Nick?
Why? I didn't know that this was shit on Nick and not shit on Paul.
No, it's just there's no fucking payoff from you ever.
Yeah. Wow.
And if there is, it's always 10 minutes too late.
I'm a very easy target.
What payoff have you brought? I like to hear what
you did fail at punching him in the face.
show.
I'll have to.
Well, I got the nod. I looked. I made sure.
You got the nod.
Yeah.
What, permission to punch me in the face?
I don't play getting thrown out of here for your useless ass.
Oh, shit. That's
Your ass is useless.
All right, we're going to wrap up because I don't know what got accomplished here.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, Evan.
All right, Evan.
All right. She still hasn't justified
I think
his
you
own,
stirred enough of the waters that maybe in a couple hours by a vending machine he'll punch him in the face where no one can see it.
He won't do
and it'll be an
anything.
awkward girl punch. And then
I have a recorder on me at all times. We'll see what happens when he thinks we're alone.
He's a psychopath. I love it. All right, we got to take a break.
Thoughts in that?
How can I do that?
Matt, Opie's trying to go to break.
Fine.
Why don't you guys continue in the hallway like you do every day?
Well, I
This is a little taste of what happens every day with these guys. All right, thanks, guys. Doug Stanhope is
most
going
welcome.
to be at Comics tonight and tomorrow. Bill Burr is at Town Hall tonight. And after the break, Dr. Steve, right?
Yep.
You're going to look at his fucking belly button?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
And you're going to do the diabetes thing?
Sure.
Yeah, old-timey medicine.
All right, you'll explain after the break.
Absolutely.
And a horrendous track of Yoko Ono singing on Jimmy Fallon. It's got to be played today, so still lots to do. Opie, Bill Burr, and Doug Stanhope and Dr. Steve today. Hey, Bill Burr, question. Have you heard about this pennystockchaser.com website?
Why, no, I haven't. Could you possibly tell me more about it?
I sure can, Bill. It's free to join, and they send out free stock alerts to their members daily.
That's tremendous. How can I get involved?
Wow, way to make me skip ahead.
Do you have any more information about that?
I sure do, Bill Burr. Did you know that every month dozens of these small cap penny stocks explode in price?
Why, no, I didn't.
Doubling, tripling, or more in a matter of days?
Tripling? Come on.
Oh, that's true, Bill. It's true. PennyStockChaser.com has tens of thousands of members from around the world who receive their free daily newsletter or hot stock alerts.
Well, how do I get involved? Fuck, you had to jump ahead again?
Yeah, I got a little more info.
Please wait before you tell me how I get involved. Do you have any more information?
Well, Bill, I'm glad you asked. Some of their past alerts have had 200, 300, even 1,000% gains in a matter of weeks. Can you imagine turning $2,000 into $20,000, Bill?
Wow, that would be something. Could you possibly tell me? No. How do I get involved? Is my line now?
No. Can you tell me more?
Oh, can you tell me more?
All right, I'll tell you one more thing.
Jesus Christ.
They got
oversell.
They got their hot pick of the day, RGTX, which has moved from 12 cents to $1.38. Could have made money off that, Bill.
Wow, I heard about that, too.
For more than 1,000% gain in just 2 weeks, and it's still moving up. If you want to make some extra cash, consider penny stocks. Investing in the market is difficult unless you receive stock alerts and notices. For the latest in hot stock alerts, you should get the free emails from...
PennyAlertStock.com.
That was your only part. You were supposed to take everything you learned and show the teacher, I got the answer. What's the website?
No, I was more thinking, how did I lose momentum? Like the first couple ad-libs were good, and then the last one sucked, and I was just like, I don't know.
PennyStockChaser.com, Bill.
PennyStockChaser.com.
That's
that sounds,
right.
You know, that's the kind of craps I play. I go to the nickel.
Yeah?
Yeah, over at O'Shea's.
Where the hell's O'Shea's?
Right next to Harrah's, right?
Old Vegas?
Where the fuck is Doug Stanhope? All right. Individual results may vary. There's no guarantee that past performance will be indicative of future results. Invest wisely. It's pennystockchaser.com. Oh, memories, huh? We'll have to talk about that in a second. Hey, Bill, you like your AC/DC box set you got in front of you?
Unbelievable. Even just how it looks like an amp
right.
is cool.
Not looks like an amp. That is an amp, my friend.
What do you mean?
1 amp of power.
Yep.
You can listen to the box set through that.
Get the fuck out of here.
You plug your guitar
Swear to God.
Are you serious?
It's only an amp, but yeah.
It's 1 watt of power.
1 watt, I should say, right. 1 watt of power, the AC/DC box set. It's like an old
Holy
fucking...
shit.
Yeah. How cool is that?
I was going to give that away to a friend of mine. Now I'm not.
Hell no.
Keeping that for myself. Thank you very much.
The AC/DC box set is really cool. What is it? Rarities, all their shit, DVDs, a little of everything, right, Danny?
Oh, there's tons. You got CDs, there's an LP, there's like a huge coffee table book going on in there.
It's really cool. We should give one away.
Definitely a must-have for any AC/DC.
We got our phone number up on the pad data
Sure
somewhere?
do.
All right, just call that number. We'll give a random caller the AC/DC box set. Very cool. All right.
And if for those of you who don't win the box set but you still want it, you could find it at acdcbacktracks.com.
Strong.
It's, the collector's edition is 3 CDs, 2 DVDs, and 1 LP of rarities.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Cool. That's for the people that sat through the break with us. Thank you. Dr. Steve, how are you, buddy?
I'm well, my friend. How are you?
I'm well, my friend.
That's very
another
Alec
cartoony voice.
Can't help it.
I have ominous news.
I hate to tell you this. Did you look at Doug Stanhope's belly button?
No.
I don't really, here, it's just an umbilical hernia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Can I touch it?
Yeah, sure.
Is it reducible?
Yeah, it squishes in, if that's what you mean.
Okay, yep, that's what I mean.
When does that?
Yeah.
When did you first? Was that not gross to you?
Yeah, at what point did this become?
Yeah, can I touch it? Like, that's the last thing I would have. Like, that's the last thought that would come into my head when I saw that.
Were you once an intern like Evan who went, ew? Like, you're fucking everything up, man. Don't go ew when you're touching a gross belly button, man.
Yeah, they pretty much beat that out of you the first year of medical school because you start working with a cadaver. And
just the mere fact that he's alive.
The mere fact that he's alive makes it not gross.
Wow,
So is it anything? Could anything go wrong with this?
I'm assuming you were born. We normally see this in babies.
Okay, yeah, well, I know when I was a baby, they had to like tape a $50 over my belly button, and it's always been kind of an outie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's getting bigger as I get fatter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Basically, what it is there's abdominal muscles there that are supposed to be knitted together, and there's a little defect in there, and then the fat from under there will work its way through, and then become sort of this balloony-looking thing called an.
So this will continue to get bigger and bigger.
It can over time, and also if you get bigger yourself, that defect will get bigger.
All right.
And the only thing that you worry about is if you start getting intestine in there. Because if you get intestine in it and then it twists, then that part of the intestine can die, and then
you'll fill up with shit and explode.
You're next. Yeah.
All right.
So
Really?
That's
so can we pop that shit?
No. No, you don't want to pop.
No, it's my guts forcing their way out of my.
Fuck, Doug. You gotta take care of that, I think.
Yeah, it can be fixed surgery.
Bill Burr's father linger longer?
Yeah.
Little callback. Could your father take care of this one, Bill?
No, he's not. I don't think he's trained for that.
So now, would actually getting better abdominals, would that help or hurt it? Like doing a sit-up, would that actually help strengthen it, or would it force more guts through my belly button?
Although I'm usually in favor of vigorous exercise, this is one case where if you did a lot of abdominal exercises,
we're all looking at your gut as
you're
say
increasing
that,
the pressure.
All right.
You're increasing the pressure on the other side, and it will push through. So you'll notice that if you do sit-ups, it'll be more prominent.
All right,
and it's probably not
do
really
no
doing it.
exercise whatsoever is the best way to treat this.
I'm just saying it'll make it more
This
prominent.
is the doctor that I'm always.
How much would that operation cost? Like what? $785 million at this?
No, I'm thinking about $3,500 if you were paying cash, but I'm not a surgeon, so.
Can you pay cash and keep it off your record?
Yeah.
Is there a way to pay?
Well, what do you mean by keep it off your record?
Give them a fake name, like, hey, I'm fucking John Doe. What's it your business? I'm paying cash.
There'll be a record of it, but whether it's searchable or not, that's a whole other thing.
I don't
they
need
gotta make
ID.
a record of it.
Like, I don't need to show a passport to get surgery.
You pretty much. I mean, the protocol is that you go in, you show your ID, and you give them your insurance information and all that stuff. If you don't have insurance, they'll still get your social security number. Now, do they check it?
Why is that any of their business?
I don't know. I've never figured that one out.
Because
to be
they're
honest,
doing all this shit in Costa Rica from now on.
It's one number that identifies everyone. So we need another number, is what we really need.
Yeah. Can you say Harvey Dent can be trusted?
Harvey Dent,
Batman. Let's go.
Yeah. What about him?
You sound like Batman. Say Harvey Dent can be trusted.
Yes. Catwoman.
Bill's embarrassed for you. He never gets embarrassed.
Bill, I was just hoping someone was going to get that reference and start laughing.
Are you really going to drink piss to see if someone has diabetes? Is that?
Yeah, actually, no.
Well, yeah, he's going to do a little dipstick thing.
Yeah, we're going to do what you want to talk about?
Clooney is Batman? I'm trying to
No,
think.
it's fucking Christian Bale. When he does the
I was doing the Adam West.
Yeah, he's way more Adam West than Christian
Yeah,
Bale.
no, I thought I saw the Adam West.
I hear a little Christian Bale when he goes deeper with the voice too.
No, Harvey Dent can be trusted. Okay, now I get it.
All right, we're
10 minutes
so
later
on the wrong page. We're thinking of two different Batmans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No.
So before we move on, should Doug get that taken care of as soon as possible?
Oh no, not necessarily.
He's all right for a while.
My doctor said, if it's not bothering you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, if it's not growing, it's not bothering you. You're not having any pain with it. You have
It
any of
bothers
those
other
things.
people. It doesn't bother me at all.
It's not that bad, really.
No, it's not bad, and it's totally
It's all right.
reducible. So I'd leave it alone.
All right.
Now, if it ever gets to where you can't reduce it,
Where I
know,
can't push it back
you can't push
in?
it back in, then
My guts are hanging out. I can't get them back in my stomach. It's all going so cold. Johnny, I can't feel nothing in my legs.
that would be an indication to get it looked at.
Yes, it would.
I don't want to, it's enough of my belly button. If you're going to drink piss.
you wanna see
I don't
this?
want to slow up the parade.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
I want to see. No.
Are you sure this isn't just something he's into? I can drink piss and see if you have diabetes. You can bukkake me and I can tell your sperm count.
Fucking your pal Joe Rogan has been drinking pee all over the fucking place. He didn't do it on our show, though. A little mad at Joe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fucking Joe rules, but he went
Drinking his own piss?
Yeah.
Why?
When he comes in here, he didn't do it. I'm like, what the fuck, Joe?
Why is he doing that?
It's. I read.
He thinks it's
I
good
read an
for
article on it. It's supposed to be really good for you. Is that true, Dr. Steve?
I don't think so. I mean,
I hear that's
it's
where all the
waste-
vitamins are. So you put them
Somebody
right
said
back
you
in your
put it
fucking
on
here's
your
the
hair,
thing.
it'll grow your hair back.
the reason there's
People are
vitamins.
just saying shit, and people are really
Yeah.
They're dumping their own
Just
piss
from
on their
saying
head.
that on the air, there's going to be at least one guy that does it that's all fucking so afraid of balding.
It's waste products. I mean, the reason that there's vitamins in your piss is because your body didn't need them, so you pissed them out. There's,
So why force the issue and re-drink it? Doesn't your body?
That's
go
what I'm
like, I
saying.
just
No,
fucking got rid of it.
it's crazy. And there was this boxer that just fought recently, and that was part of his training was that he would drink his own urine because he wanted to quote unquote reclaim these vitamins. And the thing is, just take a fucking
That's
vitamin.
being really fucking
Thank
cheap.
Thank you.
I'm not wasting vitamins. Not when there's good ones in my piss. I didn't use all mine from yesterday.
You can buy.
You know how much these things cost? There's a recession.
You can buy a bottle of one a day for like $1.
Your mother making you drink piss so you save on vitamins.
Hey, this kid's in China. Would kill for that piss.
Look at how yellow your urine is. That means this is chock full of vitamins that are perfectly good. Don't give me that face.
Dr. Steve, by the way, is in New York to do his radio show live, which is cool. Weird Medicines on Saturday, tomorrow night?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 to midnight?
9 to midnight.
Very,
You
very
kids
cool.
are going to sit there until you drink your urine. No television.
Get the egg timer out. You gotta drink it.
Remember that shit? Your fucking legs were falling asleep when they had some. My parents had a rule: whatever you didn't eat for dinner, you had to eat for fucking breakfast.
Breakfast. We had that for a while.
Everybody else is eating waffles and pancakes. You're trying to cut through some cube steaks.
Asparagus.
Steak.
Dry
yes.
rice.
Sam has no
That fucking cold
Cube
tendon.
steak. Yeah.
Sam has no concept because he had the perfect fucking parents growing up. I met him.
Yeah.
They didn't make you do any of this shit.
I cleaned my plate.
Have you ever sat at the fucking dinner table for hours after everyone else left because you couldn't finish your fucking meal?
I never had to do it for hours, but I had to clean my plate on occasion.
A lot of our parents were sick fucks.
Have you ever
torture.
thrown tuna casserole behind a bookcase and then tried to say that you ate it? Days later it starts smelling. And then your mom takes the paddle that your dad for some reason saved from his fraternity, aims for your ass and hits your lower back.
No, I did.
No?
That's too visual.
No. Yeah, there you go.
I think that might have happened to Bill Burr. No?
No, I used
We
to
had
hide.
to figure out how to fucking Houdini your own fucking food.
I used to hide vitamins, daily vitamins.
Where'd you hide them?
Drawers.
Oh. In your drawers?
You were out of control, man.
I got a little crazy when I was a kid, but I'm over that now.
I've met his parents, trust me. Perfect. They got the perfect family.
Perfect
over there.
parents, and yet he's a psychopath.
Yeah. Well, he's
Well,
a
I
psychopath.
mean,
Yes, he is.
not a psychopath.
All right. Well, so Dr. Steve's doing his show. Bill, he's got a good radio show, dog. Weird Medicine.
Yeah, it's fun.
It really is.
It's
Because
fun.
people call up with the most fucked up shit, and he has a way of dealing with it and making it
How do
interesting
you
and kind of
find,
funny and shit.
How do you find those doctors that are like, the one I was telling you, like they have like the stem cell crystals.
Oh,
that's not even like approved.
Yeah, you find them on the internet. Because some of them are nuts, and some of them, there may be something there.
Anyone you can recommend? Any rogue guys? That you can say on the air?
I'm about as rogue as I know, to be honest with you, because
you got the rogue voice, dude. You definitely sound like.
Do that.
We're going in.
I mean, this is
No
we have
landing lights, no parachutes.
Fuck yeah, man.
Well, we've got the only uncensored medical show in the history of radio that I know of,
Right.
and it's not so much
Censorship has fucked up so many good medical radio shows.
Well, good point, Doug. Good point. No, he's got this underground.
That for half a second.
It's not so much that we're dropping F-bombs, it's that the audience can call in and ask anything that they want to ask without any regard to content.
Yeah.
If I fuck my girl in the shitter too many times, is her asshole gonna fall out?
Oh yeah, so you heard our first show.
He's got a fucking following, man. God bless him, man.
Hey, I got a medical question.
For real?
Yeah, it's Butters related of all things.
By the way, Butters is obsessed with making me one of those fucking necklaces, and I haven't been able to get back to him. Are they good necklaces?
I have no idea what it is.
Right.
It's probably some fucking.
He keeps emailing me, and he wants this. I go, just make me a necklace. He goes, no, I need your measurements for a fucking necklace.
Yeah, he's an odd kid. Well,
just make me a necklace, Butters, and I'll be happy.
We had a UFC, the last pay-per-view. We had a party at the house, and Butters comes over. And at some point, everyone's joking around, and it's after the fights, and it's, all fucking, testosterone-driven drunk talk. And someone made a joke about Kegels, and the fucking exercise a woman does for the fucking listeners to get her pussy tight after she has a kid. And someone and Butters goes, "Oh, I do Kegels all the time." And the party stops. Of course. Like, do you not even know what you're talking about? He's like, yeah, the exercises, and I don't know if someone was putting words in his mouth, because he kind of like, you do ass Kegels? What are you trying to keep your ass pussy tight, Butters? Don't want to get all loosey-goosey down in your shit pussy. And he said it was like, and it was someone goaded him into saying it, I think, but he said you do that to stop from coming too quick.
Yeah.
Is that actually a medical thing?
There are people that feel that helps. And what you do is if you're doing it at home, you masturbate and then start doing the Kegels at the just before you start to ejaculate.
All right.
And you can put your thumb over the pee hole too, just to give you an uncomfortable feeling. It's not so much
Is this Top Gun jacking?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's visual, but it's awesome. And then you can back off.
Watch the canopy goose.
Doug Stanhope gets visual of the day.
But it's actually a way to help treat premature ejaculation.
All right. Well, because Butters doesn't get laid. That's why I found his answer suspect when he was finally. Someone said, "Do you mean to do that to stop from coming?" And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, Butters is sticking things in his ass. And it's getting all sloppy down in his shit pussy.
Why don't you just rub one out before you hook up with the girl?
Yeah, that's
why don't you just not care?
Or that.
That's way easier, and you don't need a doctor.
Is that Butters online? That's what Butters looks like?
Yeah, that's
Holy
Butters.
shit, Butters.
Wow.
He's not going to shoot up any schools, is he? Holy fuck, man. What the hell of a look?
That's my Butters.
Butters is all right. All right, so Dr. Steve. By the way, every time Dr. Steve comes in, he sticks a finger up someone's ass. What? We're letting you off the hook this time?
Well, after Tippy Tom, you and I kind of had a deal that I didn't have to do that anymore. And also, I think
why is Bill covering his ears?
The fucking homeless guy you stuck your finger up. That was worse. Well, that wasn't as bad as a cadaver.
He also did Big A. He also did Big A's ass, right?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Big A's ass.
Did he start talking clearly?
We forced him to do it, and the grand finale, it was Tippy Tom. Holy shit!
Yeah, wow.
What? Here it is.
And he was.
Is it online? Where's it online?
Just Google it. The Tippy Tom prostate.
Oh, fucking asshole!
Tom, do you want to tell us what's going on?
Ow! It hurts.
I hadn't even started yet.
Yeah, he hasn't even started.
Tom.
Dr. Steve behind him.
Up here now. Come on, man. Get rid of. Oh.
Here we go.
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Your prostate is a normal size.
Amazingly.
Normal on it at all, and we're checking you for blood right now.
Oh, that's the most.
You got to pull some blood out of me, man.
No. We're checking what we got out of your rear end.
Oh, you get it from him?
That's hilarious.
We hope we don't find
Yeah. I missed that old fucking.
Did you find anything wrong with Tippy?
Well,
It's a miracle!
Well, yeah, we found something wrong with Tippy Tom. He's no longer with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's fucking dead. Sucks.
Less than a year after I proclaimed him perfectly healthy, too. I might add.
That's good to admit to 2 countries, Dr. Steve. No, he passed in May, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
What did he die of? Just being outside? And
I don't even...
He fell, and he hit his head when he was drunk, and he just didn't get up.
Last time we saw him, his legs were like twice the size. We all were like, oh, fuck. This isn't going to end well. And Dr. Steve, and to give him credit, tried everything to get the guy, a little healthier. Got him...
yeah, we got him hooked up with a clinic and...
clinics and doctor's appointments, and he went to some of them, right?
Nah, he refused.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he refused in the end to go.
All right, is a guy like that, was he ever normal? Was he just like a regular dude?
We got to know him pretty well, yeah. He had left his family and everything.
He had a business.
He had a business in Reno. What was
happened?
Some fucking
house painter or something?
Yeah, like cleaned windows and paint. Yeah.
But do you think he was a normal guy that could have sat at this table and conversed like we do? Because I'm a drunk, and I've been drunk every night for 25 years or whatever. And I mean, how do you become that guy from us?
Yeah.
Like, I've tried hard, and I'm still a normal, functioning human being.
How do you go from having a wife and a family to being on a radio show, homeless with somebody's
He
finger
had
in
a wife and family that were fucking a Cops episode type of wife and family would be my guess. I don't know him personally, but anyone like that.
Is it the gene or something?
Well, there's grades of addiction. There's no question about that. And there probably is some genetic component to it because... if you have an alcoholic in your family, you're more likely to be an alcoholic. You're not doomed to be an alcoholic. But we're learning about receptors in the body, and the people that become the crazy alcoholics tend to not produce a certain receptor in the body as much as quote unquote normal people do, and so they're more prone to, and it's a pain and pleasure receptor, so they're more prone to alcoholism. So,
but I'm saying sober, that guy's would still be somewhat of a punch drunk, a dummy.
He was pretty fucking funny and quick. That Tippy Tom, for real. He had timing.
Did he grab the horn?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did all that on his own, man. He had comedic timing for real. The guy was fucking funny.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, fucking funny, man. Tippy Tom was...
and those were Anthony's, and Anthony,
there's a young fucking Tippy Tom pic. I know it's radio, but for Doug. Looks pretty fucking... You've seen that guy a million fucking times, right?
Yeah. Let me see
million
that
fucking
first one.
times you've seen that guy. Just hanging out on a fucking pier with a beer.
And
a cigarette.
That's not even that long ago because he's wearing a South Park t-shirt.
Yeah, so... He went bad, like, quick. 10 years, he went from that to, dying alone on the streets in New York City.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're going to die in any city, this is the city.
There you go.
Fuck
yeah,
that.
I wish I was dead most of the time I'm here.
All right, Dr. Steve, so we're not doing the fingers up the butt this time. What do we got?
Yeah, I wonder if we even could do it in this environment over here now.
Shit.
No
shit. We were checking people's prostates.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to preface all of this that I pitched this, to Steve 3 months ago. And
they've been fucking dealing with this for 3 months.
Approved it.
It's a dumb little bit.
Last night at 9 o'clock with all these
stipulations.
I had to write an email. Thank you so much.
I learned from Evan to try to throw out big words like that. Stipulations. I fucking nailed it.
They waste their time with this shit. It's an easy, quick bit. Just shut up.
Yeah.
It's satellite radio, and it's a doctor.
And so all the fun's...
Why did it take 3 months?
All the fun's been sucked out of it, but we'll do the best we can.
Oh, really?
Well, don't you think? But, we'll see.
I think there's some...
We'll let the audience...
Yeah, there's some potential there. So what are you going to do?
Well, what we're doing is I've got some of my folks from Weird Medicine, and 2 of them are diabetic. And in the old days, like in ancient Greece, and I'm sure Hippocrates did this, they would notice that certain people piss like racehorses, and they called it diabetes because it means, that's Greek for siphon. So, and the only way that they could tell the difference between people with high blood sugar and people who had brain tumors that made them piss like a racehorse was to taste their urine. And they called diabetes with sugar in it mellitus, meaning tastes like honey. And then they had the stuff that tastes like water, insipidus. So there's diabetes insipidus and diabetes mellitus. So, and those names have been carried we still use those names today. But that's where the origin of those words were. Now, up until about 100 years ago, maybe it was 50 years ago, doctors still tasted urine.
Is there going to be a pop quiz?
You bring so
this
much
shit.
class to a piss drinking gag.
I know, what the fuck?
All right.
I just got that feeling I'm in biology class again.
Well, I'm just setting up the history. So, mellitus means tastes like honey. And so up until like 50 years ago, doctors still tasted urine to see if their patients
I'm
were
going to interrupt
diabetic.
here, but I would just love if we could just smash cut to us in a bar, being drunk, trying to act like we read what he just said. The Greek word diabetes.
Diabetes insipidus means that's like when you piss like racehorse, lady.
We've been using it for years. Sorry, go ahead.
You want to make out?
Yeah, exactly.
So, one of the reasons that we developed physician's assistants was so that we didn't have to taste the piss anymore. So I've got my assistant here, double vasectomy Todd from the Weird Medicine Show, and we've also got PA John, and he's coming in. We've got a lawyer just to make sure that we don't do anything untoward.
Just for a quick backstory, double vasectomy.
His tubes were so vigorous that took 2 vasectomies to take care of him.
Hey,
so
right
that's
on.
his radio name.
All right.
So this is Todd, and he'll be our tester today. And he's going to play the part of the old-timey doctor.
What the fuck?
And we have Pat and everybody else has given urine samples, and they're in marked.
So, Todd, what do you do for a living? Funny you should ask.
What the? Big A's here too?
Yeah,
Is he
Big
part
A's
of
here.
this?
Oh, yeah. Well, we just figured Big AP's got to be funny.
Right.
So we got Big A, 2 controlled diabetics, and then Pat from Munaki, who is an uncontrolled diabetic right now. We're working on that.
Okay.
And he's going to be our test subject. So what the trick is
Wait,
that
the dude with the sleeve is a fucking doctor?
No. He's an old-timey doctor. He's a barber, actually. You know, they were the original
But you
doctors.
taught him what to taste for?
Yeah. Sure. I mean,
why don't you fucking taste this?
like I said, that's why we invented physician's assistants, so we don't have to taste the damn urine.
Well, Pat from Munaki's is going to taste like eggnog. Well, that's going to be my guess.
What I'm hoping is Pat had a blood sugar of about 400 this morning, so he gave us a nice maple syrup, a dollop of maple syrup.
What the fuck is he doing?
And then we're going to work on.
I'm pretty much
He's a
paying.
human IHOP.
I'm pretty much paying for his medical care at this point.
Yes, you are.
Then fucking do the right thing, Pat.
And by the way, you won the weird medicine.
I'm actually a good guy. That was stupid.
You won the weird medicine
Don't you have
philanthropy
those
award this
finger
year.
pokey blood machines that can do this? Just curious.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're just recreating a
this is what
historic event in
old
the
school.
history of
You know
medicine.
when they used to use fucking what? Slugs and shit?
Leeches,
and
yes.
leeches and all that
It's
crap.
like when you go to.
I still use them.
It's like when you go to
homeopathic.
It's like when you go to Sturbridge Village.
Yes. Old Sturbridge Village.
And they
sure.
start churning butter.
I've been to that hellhole. All right, can we bring in the Big A and all those guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sturbridge Village reference.
That's a great reference.
So what we're going to do is
reference of the day, Bill.
Just only because I knew he was from Worcester.
Oh,
all right.
double vasectomy. Todd doesn't know which one of these samples has
How did they
sugar
know
in
the first one didn't work? Did you blow out a kid accidentally after the first vasectomy?
No, I got tested.
Oh, wow.
And,
All right. I got a vasectomy, but I never went back. I trusted their work.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. They kind of shied
All
me
right,
away after.
Everybody
Everybody
looks
bring
like
their,
famous people to me today.
bring your samples over
Hey,
here.
Dr. Steve, shut up for a second.
Okay,
Bill Burr, what?
Everybody looks like famous people today.
All right, who do you got?
Big A looks like retarded James Gandolfini. No?
Isn't that an oxymoron?
We think he looks like the Penguin.
Urine. I thought you wanted sperm.
He looks like the Penguin from the Batman movie. When fucking Danny DeVito.
I just see the Tor Johnson.
Show, man.
Tor Johnson is Big A, yes, very good. So everyone is handling in their urine samples?
Yeah, I'm missing some.
Who the fuck filled it all the way to the tippy top? You don't need that much. Bill, could you go over there and check out the urine samples?
Not at all.
Check
I'm
his
not even gonna
prostate,
look at it.
because maybe he couldn't cut it off quick enough
Now,
because he's getting an enlarged prostate. So jam your finger in his ass while you're drinking his piss.
Hell, if you want to see it, we can
Just
do
for
that
his
for you,
own-
dog.
That's fucking gross, man.
Big A, how you doing today?
All right, Opie. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Good.
Yep.
All right. And Pat,
What's
Hey.
what's up?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
See my black eye?
Yeah, what happened?
I'm
Did he just point at the wrong fucking eye?
I'm Lee Heavy Oswald. No.
What? Lee Harvey Oswald had a black guy when Jack Ruby shot him when he was saying, "I'm just a patsy."
I'm sorry, I had to dumb it down for this room.
I thought you said Leaf. Leaf Harvey.
My cat, actually, she was whining for me to pick her up.
Yeah.
And I usually just kiss her on top of the head. And she usually puts her head down for me to kiss her. This time she just whacked me in the, like, right below the eye.
Wow. Okay.
And then it just,
What'd you do to the cat?
Fucked her. What else? No. No, I just put her down.
And you didn't swing it around by its tail?
Bad. No. She didn't know what she was
Doug, you've
doing.
met these guys, right? You've met Pat and Big A?
Yeah.
Big A? Big A, what, why do you have a button on? What's that about?
Weird medicine.
It's a weird medicine button?
He's wearing a weird medicine button, and we were...
How the fuck does he have more fucking merchandise than the Opie and Anthony show? Well, fucking... magnet. All right, I'll put this somewhere.
Okay, we're testing the urine.
How about Jackie Gleason?
Wait, we're testing already?
No, I'm just testing it while you're talking. What we're looking for is to make sure that none of these samples is dangerous for double vasectomy Todd to sample. So we're testing for glucose, protein, and white blood cells. So if anybody has white blood cells in their urine, we're going to kick out their sample.
And why would that be bad?
And then all of a sudden that
It'd
guy
be a sign of infection.
And that guy has to leave wondering what the fuck he has. That's great. That's great. Right.
So P.A. John and I are doing this.
Who the fuck's P.A. John?
Come in. He's on the show, Weird Medicine.
Yeah, you know
P.A. John.
He assisted me with Tippy Tom's
Yeah,
prostate.
sure. And who's the other guy?
You just met him?
Okay, that's
this guy.
Rob from
Bingo,
Elizabethton.
you can peek through the corner of the curtain and not miss this.
Rob from Elizabethton is our version of Stalker Patty.
Why is he?
Well, he started emailing me and emailing me and
Great way to
emailing me.
put it, Steve.
Oh, you're a stalker? That's cool.
And then,
I never thought of myself that way.
And he's Mr. Nervous.
Stalkers never do, yeah.
He's very nervous, Bill.
Yeah, he's very nervous.
What are you nervous about?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
There's only a million people listening right now.
Pat.
Few million people listening
That's
right
right. Are you a big Yankee fan, Pat?
What's that?
Yankees?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Not a big fan. My brother was a big fan of Yankees, and I hate my brother, so...
Yeah.
But I don't hate the Yankees.
Okay.
That's usually
I don't really
why you
care.
hate a team anyway, because you hate some fan of theirs that was a douchebag in a sports bar, and well, fuck the Raiders then. I hate them forever because of you.
Big A? Yankees fan?
Oh, yes, I like the Yankees.
Yeah, you going to the parade?
He's wearing pinstripes.
Probably not.
Well, yes, he is, Pat. Yes, he is. All right, Dr. Steve's testing the...
Yep, we've tested the final sample, and there is one that has a particularly large amount of sugar in it, and then the other three don't.
And everyone is still good? No infections?
Yep, no infections.
All right.
Who could that be?
All right, so we ready? Todd?
I guess.
We need to get Todd on mic.
All right, so...
Ready as I'm going to get.
You're going to be tasting the urine, and then you're going to be able to tell who has diabetes. How many people have diabetes in this room right now, as far as the samples go?
Yeah, now, only
Your whole
one
staff has diabetes.
I know. These two are type 1 diabetics, and they're under control. They're both on the insulin pump.
Nice.
And then Pat is not. So we're working with Pat on his. But today, yeah, I think he skipped his medicine last week.
Yeah. Doctor's orders. Dr. Mengele.
All right, how many samples you got?
We got 4.
Where's the 4 people, though?
This is the least confident
4 people, raise your hands.
of any joke ever.
Oh, okay.
This
Big A,
anticipates
Pat,
that
and
he
2 your
usually
guys.
says funny
okay.
shit, too.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to do the first sample. We need, and there's some wipes over here.
Yeah, please.
For you to cleanse your palate between dips.
Better get a bucket.
Hey, when we're done, can we do like
bad
a
idea.
Gatorade dump over someone's head with the remaining samples? Weird medicine this Saturday.
Can you win at this game? I don't really
No, this is a lose.
No one but me can
Let's
win at
fucking
this game.
bet on this at
Are you
least.
serious?
Okay, you want to bet on it?
Let's
Okay.
have some money. All right. Maybe it's too...
Wait, how can we bet?
Well, you obviously...
Okay,
Doug, you're a gambler. How do we figure this out? Let's get some betting going.
Yeah.
We know the one is Pat's. He doesn't know which sample it is.
So
Will he
that's
be able
been
to
blinded.
pick it?
So will he be able to pick out Pat's urine from everyone else's is the bet.
I got 20 says no.
I have 20 that says yes.
Yeah, it's going to taste like blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get enough of a taste. Wait, he has to lick it off a swab or something?
No, he's going to dip his finger in and touch it.
Jesus.
Touch the drop.
You're going to take that? We got to give him 2-to-1 odds then.
Yeah.
No, just even odds.
I'd say, all right, he's going to be able
All right,
to
let's go.
All right, here we go.
Wow, reality just set in. Jesus.
You've never done this before?
No, why would I do this
What the
before?
fuck is
Well, we're
going
going to practice this?
God.
But how do you teach him what to taste for? Or
One
whatever?
is sweet, the other ones taste like piss.
Now,
That's all
No,
you're
they all
told them?
taste like piss,
now,
dude.
real quick, how do you do this? Do
You should have your license yet.
do you dip your finger in like the cop testing to see if
Yes,
it's Coke, or do you,
exactly.
do you start?
No,
just do
he
a
can't.
Shot?
He can't do a shot. That's one of the stipulations from the attorneys. Is he has to
dumb
stick his
Fucking
finger in.
attorneys ruin everything.
No shit. We should be fucking.
That's what
chugging
happens
this
when you
shit.
ask.
Yeah. We used to not ask. You're right, Pat. We only got fired.
Okay. Well, it's warm. Jesus.
It's warm.
Todd's dipping his finger.
All right.
Oh, man.
Here goes Todd.
God, Jesus Christ. Well, it ain't blueberry fucking pancakes, I can tell you that.
Oh, that skeeved me out. Nothing grosses me out.
Bill, you all right? Yeah, I'm not all right with that. I've seen a lot of shit. I don't think I'm all right with that one. He's not all right either.
Bad.
Doug?
Okay, so what is it?
Huh?
Not so bad on the urine. There's the ear pus. Well, nothing
Oh, yeah, we'll
will
talk
ever.
about that after this.
Stop
Wait,
that.
hold on.
Well,
what did it taste like?
Piss. Yeah, it was
Describe it.
insipid and nasty.
How do you know it tastes like piss?
Good question. I don't know. It was kind of like warm, light beer with some asparagus in it. The undertones of
Jesus.
crap. Ugh.
And an aftertaste of apricot.
Yeah, kind of like Dr. Steve's wine, really.
A bouquet of ammonia.
Doug, think of the journey that liquid took.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Doug, Dr. Steve makes the worst wine possible. But his label maker is really impressive. Yeah. Really impressive. And his bottling technique is very good.
Urine's making wine.
So what do we do? So he.
Okay, that's sample number one.
Yeah,
we're going to go through the samples.
That wasn't real sweet, so I'm betting that wasn't Pat.
All right.
Okay.
Keep it to
All right,
yourself.
so that was number one.
Yeah. All right. Here comes the second one. Todd.
God, warmer than the last one.
And kind of honey-like. That thing just quickly dripped off his finger. Jesus!
Damn it.
Fool me once. Shame on you.
Dr. Steve's like a shot girl.
Very funny.
Wow. Was that worse than the first one?
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Got urine jello shots.
Yeah. Why was it worse than the first one?
The first one might have been the worst because I wasn't expecting it. But then this one, I kind of knew what was coming, but still, Jesus, that's awful. That is
Dr.
urine.
Steve said, fool me once, shame on you.
Anyone want my yogurt?
Yeah, and by the way, when we
my
started
yogurt?
this, there were going to be 3 specimens, and you snuck another one in on me. If I make it. God.
Okay, cleanse your palate with the
Hey,
light.
Steve, you sick fuck. Why'd you make everyone fill up their thing to the tippy top?
I didn't really give them instructions on that. They did that on their own.
That's big A's. It's so hot.
Wow. Okay. I guess I better use a different finger for each one so I don't cross-contaminate, right?
Well, that's what the wipe is for.
That's what the wipe is for.
A little bit level.
This gets no easier as it goes along.
Here's the
Yeah,
third
it's
one.
not like shots.
Bill, here you go.
Ah! Jesus Christ. Why would you...
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Better get a bucket.
Winner.
No, I'm all right.
Tell me.
There has been nothing sweet on my palate yet at all.
Okay.
So unless the last one is Pat,
Dr.
somebody's winning $20.
Yeah. Kitty, taste that one again because it looked like.
No.
I'm
Come
not
on,
sure.
dude, there's money on the line. You got to do it again.
We got money.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he actually really.
It ain't my money.
If you threw up a little bit in your mouth, it kind of queers the whole test.
No, I didn't.
Are we
I
going back
didn't.
to the third sample?
Sure.
Yeah, go back to the third sample. I think we all saw in the room. I don't know, if that one was accurate, right, Doug?
Right, the acid in his mouth. from
God,
the
so this is third
half
again.
vomit.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah, just to make sure you got it right the first time.
That's right,
Fuck you. This is for the wine joke, isn't it?
You should go all the way to the bottom to see if
Christ.
there's any sediment.
Are you laughing or puking?
Both.
He really has a problem with the third sample.
That's
go,
man.
You'll
All right,
feel
did you get that one? You
You know what?
feel
By
like
the
that's
way,
a good one?
Just by watching the reaction, I'm going to tell which sample was each guy.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Wow.
Awesome. That would be
Hold
a great
on.
party
Without
trick.
seeing our taints?
Yeah, hold on.
So what would that make him medically? Second opinion?
Boo. That's okay.
I'm a little
You're
off my
tasting
game.
piss, so it's okay.
Here comes the fourth and last sample. Trying to figure out who has diabetes by tasting their urine.
You're in the
damn it.
money. You're in the money.
Damn it, that was Pat. I'm betting that was Pat because it was just a little bit sweeter.
Because
than
it
the
was
rest of
the
them.
last.
Yeah, you're right.
The last piss you drink is always the sweetest.
Did you taste a little onion in there? I had some onions last night.
No, they all have onion and.
Oh,
Jesus.
Okay,
You
so
all right?
I haven't even been able to look. I
I
looked
know, I see
one
that.
time.
he did 4 samples.
5.
5 samples. 3 he felt were not Pat's, and the 4th one he thought was Pat's.
Well, pretty accurate because I'm going to say the fourth sample was Pat. By the reaction, obviously. Number 3 was so big A, and I don't know your two cohorts.
Who's the other pisses? You?
Yeah, raise your hands, guys.
Let me look at your belly. All right, you were number 1, and then he's number 2. So how do I do that? What's his name?
That's Rob. That's John.
John was sample 1, and who? What?
Rob.
And Rob was 2. That's my guesses.
I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna say his was 1, he was 2. I'm with you on Big A and Pat.
Okay. Initially, I was going to say, no, sorry to Todd, so he'd have to test the 1 again, but you already pulled that trick on him. Actually, who was number 1? Okay, so you were whoever got him as number 1 was exactly right.
John. I could be a doctor. Let's go. I know I got all 4 now. Because that was the only one I had a problem with.
You got it exactly right. And Todd detected. So we've proven that this is not a myth, that this was a real thing.
Hold on. So who's number 2, Rob?
It was me.
And Big A's 3?
Yep.
You nailed it.
I fucking nailed it.
Wow.
Reaction.
I want my medical degree and I want it now.
You go with the diet.
Wow.
See, the diet, because he's like in the best shape and it was a less of a reaction.
You could go into urology. You'd probably be good at that.
Look at that. Well, I've
You
had
can taste my piss anytime.
I've had a few fingers up my ass in the last few months, so I know a little something about fucking prostates, trust me.
Really?
I had a little scare. Everything's good, though.
Yeah,
a little scare.
But it was nothing. It's always nothing.
Yeah, in
that's
the
why
end,
I don't go.
But for 3 months, I had to wonder if I had something.
That's where they
bad.
check it.
And that's the
Motherfuckers.
feeling you have afterwards when they go, hey, you're all good. So it's like, yeah, well, so then you really didn't need to do that.
I
did
got
you?
paranoid once. I must have had some kind of urinary tract infection. It's just like a fucking touch of infection at the head of my cock, and I freaked out. And I went and they had to fucking jam the metal Q-tip down your cock head and scrape you to fucking test you. And I had nothing. And I was so fucking angry that I went through that. Like, I should have just done, like, everything I've just ignored went away.
You're almost
eventually.
angry you got nothing.
Yeah,
After
I
what they
know.
put
I
you
want
through.
some.
You're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean nothing?
And I was first out on the road, so I was just, you know,
You're going to feel some pressure.
Right. Yeah, a little.
Yeah.
I thought one way that we could end this bit, because there's not a huge payoff other than that.
Well,
Opie
bring
is
the interns
fucking
back
genius.
in. They can close a bit strong.
Well, I wondered if E-Rock would want to smell double vasectomy Todd's breath after that.
Man kiss.
Hang on.
Hold on. Fred from Brooklyn makes a very good point. Let's go to Fred. Fred, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good morning, buddy. What are they going to do next? Taste cum for cancer? This is fucking disgusting. I'm trying to eat breakfast here.
Is there a cum test? Dr. Steve. Thank you, Fred. Jesus.
Not
Always
today.
good to
Not today. That's next year.
All right, E-Rock's going to smell Todd's breath. Double vasectomy Todd or whatever.
Not puke-worthy? Puke-worthy?
He's making a face.
Here you go, bro.
Oh, take another shot.
Take another hit.
One more hit, E-Rock.
Can we do like a...
Come on, E-Rock. Puke is funny for some reason.
Come on, Virus, come up with something.
Puke is funny.
Dude, you have
is
piss
funny.
breath.
Get away from me.
What is his breath?
I didn't go.
What does breath smell like?
It smells like this, but...
Dr. Steve, can we do a sniff, 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 sniff breath?
Yeah, of course.
E-Rock, are you good for a sniff, 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 sniff breath?
As long as the lawyers are okay with it, because we're going outside the
Play
parameters.
4-card Monty with the samples.
Right.
And do it again.
That's a good point.
2 out of 3.
No, it was very obvious.
When did this shit come down on satellite radio with all the fucking lawyer shit? Like,
see, when
this
I yell
was
and
the
scream, they
fucking
think,
Wild West.
Thank you,
last
Doug.
time.
Because when I yell and scream, they think I'm fucking nuts. Thank you, Doug.
Well,
for backing me up. It's frustrating as hell. I can't
It's
even tell
fucking
you.
corporate.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
Excretory humor apparently can be considered still obscene even on satellite. And what the way it was explained to me is that they're worried about some attorney general in Alabama wanting to make a name for himself by saying these
Really?
guys were, throwing
The
urine around the
attorneys
studio.
all worry about what might
On the pay
happen.
service?
Yeah, no,
You've dealt with it, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Ugh. The Man Show, I can't even imagine.
Fucking
I
unbelievable.
can't even imagine what you guys dealt with.
Shit that you're just jaw-dropping where you go, I'm not even fucking trying anymore.
That's what happens.
We had
That's what fucking happens.
Fucking Rogan might have told you this story, but we had one idea. We were going to do a fucking bring titty dancers and beer to the homeless. Set up a homeless fucking titties and beer camp.
Easy bit.
Do it like a humanitarian beer drop and have a fucking UN-style truck with juggies and the fucking flak jackets. And they said, no, you can't bring them alcohol because these people are alcoholics. And we go, all right, we fucking settle for we'll bring it fake beer with Man Show beer labels. Oh, you can't do that because even fake beer has trace amounts of alcohol, which could cause a reaction. And then it ended with, this is over a course of fucking like 2 weeks of back and forth waiting for word back. It came down to their last note was, well, what if one of these homeless people has AIDS and bites one of the crew? They actually said that, and that's where you go, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do your stupid fucking jokes. And
Lawrence Talbert's homeless.
They beat you down, man. Because you come up with these really creative things that you know will work with the audience, and then by the time that it goes through the lawyer
And
filter,
lawyers fuck up
you
more
actually
shit than censors.
You actually sit here depressed as all hell because you know how good it could be.
Yeah.
Although this one was all right.
And then the kicker in the end is when it isn't funny, then it's your fault.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Because then all of a sudden the ratings come out. What happened? What do you mean what happened?
You took the balls out of
Right.
the joke.
Where do I
That's what
start?
happened.
Well, yeah, that's why I had to do that long prelude to this thing to give it social relevance.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff they think of is like, shut up. Just fucking go away. Go work on something else. All right. What else can we do with Dr. Steve?
What else can we do with urine?
Yeah, can we pour it on people's heads?
Yeah, there's
Or is that a
leftover
problem?
urine.
That we can't do anything
I like
with.
Donut Day a lot, where you can bring home a fucking honey glaze, but Urine Day,
We could dump donuts
all
in.
that leftover piss.
How about we dump donuts in the urine? Steve C is panicking that you
the
will
donut-
do something else with the urine.
Diabetic piss mustache.
See, this is the writer's room. Right now we're brainstorming.
Let's table this.
Oh, if I had free reigns, trust me, we would be doing some shit with the urine right
Glazed donut in diabetic piss.
now. Right. What? Steve C has said he will shut the show down if E-Rock drinks piss. Really, Steve, you're going to shut the show down? That'll be the
That
last.
sounds like a challenge to me, Opie.
Let me tell you something, Steve. That'll be the last thing you do for the Opie and Anthony show. Trust me. Trust me on that. Ain't shutting no fucking show down, ever. Now I'm pissed.
So to speak.
That's a new thing. We have all these people that are milling about, getting ready to shut the show down at any moment. For dumb shit, by the way. Dumb shit. Nothing even crazy. All right. Thanks, Dr. Steve. It sounds like you're going to have a good show
Thanks.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, we are.
What are you talking about?
We're going to talk about a guy whose testicle flew out the window during a masturbation episode at work.
Come on.
What?
No, it's absolutely true.
Came out of his ball sack?
Yeah.
How?
He came that hard. I've done it to a chick.
Dude, you got a much bigger audience now, so blow all your good stuff on our show. Fuck it.
It's a work-related injury. that it involves pulleys and stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, the belt sander. He got his fucking nuts. He was trying to jerk off with a belt sander, and his nuts got caught up in the thing and tore his fucking balls out.
Yeah.
And then he tried to, like, staple it shut so no one would find out. I know that guy.
Okay, well, I might as well tell the story now.
He's on my MySpace friends.
Wait, he tried to put his ball back in like it's free floating in there, not connected?
No, it actually
tore his
flew
bag open, and his ball flew out. He put his ball back in and tried to staple it shut, and it's not till it went infected and septic that he finally, like, I guess he couldn't hide the stink from his coworkers, and he finally went to a doctor, and,
Yeah, he had, like a gallon of pus in his balls. I mean, when he walked in, he was so embarrassed that he didn't want to go to the doctor. So that's in the medical literature, so we can talk about it.
Wow, adrenaline and denial.
Now, do you have this guy on?
No. We were
that would be that'd be a coup.
It would be, and I'm going to work on it.
What about, is it today, Tyra?
Yes, I think so.
Are you going to be talking about the girl with the 2 vaginas?
No.
I think she's got it. Tyra's got her as a guest today.
Oh, she does. Well,
that's obviously very rare.
Yeah, obviously.
What's that about? Is that a twin that was supposed to pop out?
Maybe a twin that was supposed to be there. You could just have a what's called a septation between, in the vagina that would cause 2 cavities, but not be 2 actual vaginas. I mean, it would be by definition 2.
She just has a real hairy asshole.
A new hole is a new hole.
Fuck it, Pat.
It's like the Lincoln Tunnel.
We got to get you on more, Pat. Somehow we got to get you on more.
We're going to have Rich Voss talking about getting off drugs the old school way. And
enough with Rich. This dumb drug thing. Come on.
He'll be all right.
What is he going to say?
He really is still milking it. He was like,
that's what I mean. I'm happy for him.
That's how he got the drugs, milking it.
But he's been, how many years sober?
like Rick Shapiro. Okay, you sucked a dick for heroin, but it's over 20 years ago. You better suck a recent dick if you're going to keep dropping that in your ass.
We're all happy for Rich. No, he'll give you good radio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. And we've got, another guy coming on after him that did it the new school way with Suboxone, and we'll just sort of compare those things.
Ask Rich if he ever eats any red meat.
Okay.
Just do that.
Okay.
That's a story he loves to tell.
Okay.
I haven't had red meat in fucking 28 years.
5 minutes out of that. Okay, thank you.
So he's coming in?
No, he's in Vegas, so we're just going to do a phone
action.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, and then Big A's going to come in and get his his major malfunction diagnosed by a speech pathologist.
What do you think it is?
What do you think it is? Well, hell, that's why I have a speech pathologist, because I don't know.
Because his brain's there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Totally there.
Totally there.
Plenty of blood. Look at the vein in his forehead. Fucking getting in there.
I'm paying for their medical shit. When are they going to fucking
What's with the bullfrog gullet? Is that a problem?
What's that?
The bullfrog gullet.
He had
the neck skirt.
Dude, he had a tumor removed from that, too.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that, Big A? Of course you do.
Remember that?
As I'm saying that, I go,
tumor in my neck.
I got to save myself by saying, of course you do. How big was the tumor? Tell Doug.
I think it was that big.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good thing we're on TV.
Did you keep it?
No.
The size of a golf ball, roughly, is what you're...
Why would you keep it? I would keep that, right?
Yeah. This is like to put it under your pillow for the tumor fairy.
How much can you get for a golf ball tumor, you think?
That was a matzo ball he swallowed the wrong way.
He really does have a pelican chin now, huh?
Are you trying to lose weight?
Are we swallowing fish whole?
Actually, I am, man. It's not easy, but I am.
Yeah. Why isn't it easy?
He's got bad sleep apnea, and we got hooked up with a guy named John Gray who works for one of the I can't remember the name of the company he works for. He's got a band, though. We'll probably have to plug his band on our show, but he got Andrew a CPAP mask for free, and that's going to make a big difference in his ability to be able to lose weight. Because when you've got really, really bad sleep apnea like he does, you're just filling up with fluid, you're sleeping all the time, you're not using energy when you are up, so, you're not getting that restful sleep, so you can't drop the weight.
Sure.
So, you look to me like since the last time I saw you that you've dropped some weight.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
we're
think it's
still
the
working on
vertical
it.
stripes on his shirt. Makes him look slimmer.
Steve might need a new prescription.
Well, the big thing is I'm not treating them, but I'm facilitating their treatment. And your money, and for which you won the Weird Medicine Philanthropy Award last year, by
just
the way.
amazing, right?
What
am I going to do next? It's just crazy. I've done it all now.
But it's good. These two guys both have jobs, and neither one of them have insurance, and they've got bad medical problems. So we've at least gotten them back into their doctors, and we're funding their office visits and all that stuff.
With his fucking medical bills, the least you could do for me is make sure your urine doesn't taste like syrup.
Well, I was requested.
Oh,
I just didn't take the pills
he
last
didn't
night.
take his pills last night.
Oh, all right. So it set up the bid a little bit.
Yeah,
That's good to know. Let me say hi to Greg in Austin. Greg.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Dr. Steve, I'm just trying to find out what's the, why do you have such a problem with Dr. Kaku? You know, if he started commenting on all kinds of medical stuff, we'd all think he's an asshole. So why do you hate him?
Well, you know who Michio Kaku is, Doug Stanhope?
No, I have no idea.
He's a he likes the stars.
He never met you, Kaku.
He's into the space thing, you know.
All right.
Yeah.
And, the Dr. Steve knows a little bit about that stuff too, and thinks Michio Kaku, who's known all over the world, is full of shit.
No, this guy's absolutely right. I mean, I'm an asshole for even saying anything about him. I've read his papers, and I mean, he's published in physical journals, and I've never have been. I am the editor of a medical journal, and so he's right. If he started spouting off about medical stuff, I'd think he was a prick. So, it's just, I grew up with Carl Sagan, and Sagan was the great, liberator of knowledge, and Kaku just his approach to it is so fairy tale. It's all this, if you go through a toroidal black hole, it's Alice in Wonderland, Anthony. I mean, it's the way
dumb it down for us.
You think, okay,
Look at
so
us.
Alice in Wonderland's a good reference.
Through the looking
to,
glass.
Yeah, okay.
Well, and what about the
I got to go with him on this one. The same way a comedian can look at a comedian, know it's a hack, even though it's selling out fucking, big time theaters. That's what he's doing. We're like in the hacky doctors.
This is coming from a licensed physician who asked me to bring my sugar checker. I go, you mean my glucose monitor?
And did Sagan know there were more fucking planets out there?
Oh yeah, Sagan was awesome.
He knew there were more planets?
Billions and billions.
I believe he died before the first exoplanets were ever discovered.
But he was already talking about it?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
then that's impressive.
Sagan was awesome.
All right. We got Yoko Ono on Jimmy Fallon. That's worth playing, too, today.
She was awesome.
That's good?
Yeah, she was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Any Yoko Ono fans in here?
Well, she's got a great voice.
I can't stop thinking of that now. I'm sorry. I'm starting to bug Sam.
I don't sound like that.
With the high voice. All right. You want to just play this?
Yeah.
There's too many people just staring at us.
I know. I just didn't even realize that there's like 9,000 people in here.
Almost 20 people in here now.
We'll take our urine
cups.
and leave.
Yeah, 3 cups of urine.
Well, you don't have to leave, but get rid of the fucking,
We're talking about Carl Sagan and stuff, but secretly we're drinking piss and rubbing it all over each other. We're just talking about Sagan so the lawyers don't catch on.
We're turn off the show and go bother somebody else.
Like scooping up feces and melon ballers and throwing it around like high life. Fuck you, lawyers. We just won't say it.
All right, we'll play some Yoko Ono from Jimmy Fallon. We'll have to stop this, obviously, but...
With help from her son, Sean, and producer Mark Ronson, please welcome Yoko Ono, Plastic Ono Band, everybody.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
She's been hitting that same note for years. She always does that.
That's just ridiculous.
It's avant-garde. You don't get it.
I know,
You don't get it, Opie. You're not deep enough.
She sounds like she's being tased. Did you tell her taser last
It wasn't a rock, it was a rock
How much longer, Sam?
It's about 3.5
Holy
minutes.
shit. I saw Sean Lennon in concert. The guy could be amazing. He's got an amazing voice. He's really talented. And he's got a humorous fucking mother with this shit.
Oh, is he in that band?
Yes.
Oh, he's a great bass player.
Is he in the band, or is he just doing that appearance?
He's helping her out, because this is what she wants to do. Fucking Sean Lennon has a great voice. Sounds like John's voice.
Maybe you just don't get it.
I understand that.
That's what it is. It's too highbrow for him.
Exactly.
How many fucking units do you think she's selling? For real. How many people are running to fucking iTunes for this?
I don't think that was... Is it the end?
Pretty much, Sam.
I don't think it was over.
You want to hear more, Doug?
Is there a B-side?
The band sounds all right.
You know what? This has to be too bad Danny left and Nance not here today. So in honor of those guys, Ted, go ahead.
I would rather drink Big A's piss than listen to any more of this, but it sounds just like Doyle Hargrove's band in the background.
Sure does. From Sling Blade.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's pretty much the same fucking beat.
It is.
You got that, Travis?
He's working on it. The phone screener didn't tip him off, which he should have.
Good. It can't get any better than that, Sam. We got to stop this.
It's good. Well, I mean,
is there a big finish, or is it going to be like the Evan fucking segment?
Do you think there's a big finish? Do you think Yoko Ono is going to deliver?
Huh?
I think she plugs my gig at Comics at the end.
Oh, let's find out. Let's find out, Doug.
What? She can hear her own singing. It's like a vicious circle. It causes her to scream, which causes her to hear her voice, and it just keeps going on.
Did you ever watch Rock and Roll Circus?
No.
Get that fucking DVD. Jay Moore turned us onto it years ago. It's an all-star lineup, and Yoko wailing like that in front of who? Who was there? A lot of the Beatles, a lot of the Stones, Roger Daltrey. Was Hendrix part of that? I think Jethro Tull guy.
Ian Anderson.
Do you ever catch Paul McCartney looking at members of other bands like, do you see this? This is what I'm going to play with these guys one more time on a roof, and that's fucking idiot.
Right.
It's over. It's over.
Check it out, though, Rock and Roll Circus. Bill, there's clips, I'm sure, on YouTube. Check it out. You'll laugh your ass off.
Moving Mountains.
You think they had to throw the applause sign on?
I think you just had a TV taping and you just
fucking go with it?
Yeah.
Wow. The moaning part was my favorite part. 7-year-old woman.
She's feeling the music.
Yeah.
You know, it's moving through her.
All right.
Her voice is just another color on the canvas.
Wait, you got the lyrics? Doug, you want to do the lyrics for this song? Is there any lyrics?
No lyrics.
They're cleaning up urine. Let it be known they're fucking scrubbing up urine from everything.
Why don't you take
they
2
list
trips?
no lyrics.
Yeah.
There's no lyrics listed?
No.
Dr. Steve, everyone's calling with their medical problem.
Well, have them
call tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow between 9 and midnight.
Yeah,
we'll take lots of calls.
He'll entertain your problem, that's for sure.
Yeah. Saturday Night Virus, Weird Medicine.
Tomorrow from 9 to midnight. I think we did
Eastern.
it. Fuck it. I think we're done.
They can email them questions, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true. drsteve202@gmail.com. And if they can't get on tomorrow night, we're still going to be doing our show from my house on a bi-weekly basis, so people can call in and leave voicemails. And I'll give out that number tomorrow night.
And promote your Twitter.
Oh, yeah, at Weird Medicine.
Yeah.
So twitter.com/Weird Medicine.
Is it I before E or E after I?
It's spelled weird. That's how you remember. So it's EI. And Double Vasectomy Todd will actually be taking questions off Twitter. So he's at DBLVASTODD.
Way to make it easy for
I know. Sorry.
No, him. How about just at Todd? Todd 71.
Yeah. Well,
did they do the second one free? Vasectomy?
Oh.
No.
Should no?
Yeah, you would think they would.
Oh, they blamed you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have another kid that you didn't want?
No, I had to, and that's all I wanted. But
you realized
I went back and got. Actually, I started. I was one of the first callers on his show because I was getting this third nut-looking thing.
Right.
It was full of semen.
Granulomas?
No, it's full of.
It's actually It's called a seminoma. Because it was a
I had
swelling of
granulomas. I had my fucking balls cut where my fucking bag swelled up. Like
you had one of those?
I had a vasectomy, and yeah, like 5% of the people get this, and I fucking got it where my balls are fucking
How big
huge.
for real?
Like fucking...
Like a nice sized melon?
Yeah, I used to have pictures on my website, but I took them down. But
did that hurt?
Why would you take that down?
How many weeks were you wearing
PayPal
sweatpants?
cut me off for a fucking long time. It was absolutely terrifying because all you could think about was your balls. Like you're just worried about like you don't even make fucking awkward looks to strangers because you're afraid they could kick you in the balls. Like you're thinking that many steps ahead of how your balls could get hit right now.
Yeah, you never think about your balls
There's no
till
way you were wearing sweatpants the whole fucking time and slacks.
Yeah, it was probably a week or so. It wasn't an extraordinarily long amount of time, but
dressed like a soccer mom.
Mom, turnstiles.
These are my stretchy pants.
All right.
Elephant
Yeah, you
tiger.
never think about your balls unless they're bothering you.
Yeah, and then that's all you think about.
Cool. Todd, great job. Thank you. Dr. Steve, thanks. And the rest of your guys. Bill Burr at Town Hall tonight. Doug Stanhope at Comics tonight and tomorrow. Yep. I mean, Bill's pretty much sold out, so at this point, go see Doug.
Yeah, I'm fucking picking up all the leftovers.
You'll have a nice time.
Hang outside of Town Hall, fucking scalpers don't show up.
That's bullshit.
Shuffle down to comics.
I know, people fucking love Doug Stanhope. Pat, anything?
I'm looking for a job. Somebody hire me.
What happened now?
I work slow.
What do you do?
I'm a courier. I got one customer.
For real?
Yeah.
And he delivers TVs for me every once in a while.
Yeah. Old, big projection screen TVs barely fit in a full-size van. I had to put it in there face down.
Fucking weighed like 1,000 pounds. When I bought this place, this old, huge TV was in there. Gave it to my brother.
Yeah.
So, Pat, how much did you charge to bring it all the way out to Southold? Which is like...
I was going to do it for free.
Yeah, 80 miles away.
It was like 100. I originally was going to charge you like 100, and then you made it like 200 or something.
I had to yell at you. I'm like, fuck, this is going to cost me money, but I got to teach Pat that he can make a little more money than he's making.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a very good businessman. I'm
$100, Doug, to take a TV from my 40th fucking floor apartment that weighed how many pounds for real? 400? Easy?
No, in the twos.
In the high twos?
Yeah, it was very bulky to handle.
Right.
Me and Kenny.
Right. So, and now drive. How far is Southold? It takes at least
real far out there.
At least 2 to 2.5 hours from New York City.
Like past 60.
He was only charging $100. He has a shitty van that gets horrible gas mileage, so the gas alone would have been at least a tank and a half of fucking gas, and then the tolls and everything. And he only wanted $100 to do this. I'm like, where's
Did you
your business?
overpay him?
Yes, I said. I yelled at him. I'm like, no.
Well, I was hoping to make money in volume business.
What fucking kind of TV weighs 200 and something
An old
pounds?
projection. It was like a
It was
a
one
cabinet.
of those boxy fucking things. It was big and heavy.
Like the widescreen that was...
It was like a 1980 projection screen
Yeah,
TV.
those things are brutal.
Yeah. I don't know, because I never really used it. I said,
Yeah,
fuck
TVs used to weigh as much as a stove.
that. Yeah, people forget.
Did you junk it?
It's like those old VCRs.
Did you keep that?
Top
My
loaders.
brother, it's stuck in my brother's place because then it went bad and he can't move it out of there because it's so fucking heavy. So it's like,
Hey, I need some more.
It's like a safe.
I would have chucked that out of 40 stories, like fucking rock and roll style. Like,
yeah.
open a window,
Right,
let's
just
piece
like
this
go.
out, chuck it out when we're drunk at night.
All right. With that, we're out of here. Bill, thank you for coming in early.
Thank you.
Bill
Thank
didn't
you
want to
for
come in
having
early, but we kind of begged him, and he
Hey, is that an
he stepped
AC/DC
up.
box set?
You want one?
Oh, really? I didn't even think of that. But hey, if you're
Are you an
throwing away-
AC/DC fan?
Yeah, big one. Remember when they played Giant Stadium like a month ago? I wanted to go there. I could almost hear it from my trailer. Moonaki.
What's the slug line? We should give Pat one of these. Fuck it. We have enough to give away, and we'll give more to the listeners next week.
Yeah, fuck the listeners. I mean,
Yeah, I think the last one we gave away was the last one we had to give away.
Danny said we had 2. Did we give out both?
Yeah, we gave both.
I don't think Bill really wants his.
Sorry.
that's all right. Don't worry.
You know what you want? You know what? Happy holidays. Take the fuck
No,
out.
No. They'll get more in. They get more in.
Bill,
Go ahead.
you can't do that. We
Come on,
gave you
dude. I'm
one.
doing great. I sold tickets to Town
We
Hall.
gave
I'm doing
you one,
fine.
Bill.
The guy lives in a van.
You feel guilty, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I think it's a good thing to do. Go ahead, take it. God, you fucking cunt. Put me on the spot like that.
That's all right.
You know what you're doing. Come over and get your prize. Come over and get your prize. Come on, Pat.
Look at him.
There you go.
He has no shame. Look at him. He's walking right
Make
over.
some guy drink your piss and like, well,
There you go.
add some insult to injury.
Enjoy it. Hey, whose 20 is that?
Don't
That might have fallen out of my pocket.
Enjoy the AC/DC box set there.
Maybe my landlord will take this for rent.
It's a great box set if you're looking for.
Yeah, it's cool.
For something.
Does this amp work?
Yes, it does.
Somebody.
Wow.
It's a 1 amp.
1 watt of power.
1 watt.
1 watt of power. This.
What did you say?
All right, we're battling. Ron
All right,
Fez
give me it
next.
Give it back, yeah, give it back. The Watt joke just fucking sealed your fate.
We'll see you guys Monday. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Catwoman.